so Darren, you managed to fit the entire pizza into your mouth, but I am going to need you to roll for damage because it's a large pizza.
I have 3 diet points.
You 3 diet points?
Well,
That actually might nullify the damage.
Does that count as like heat damage too? Because it's like fresh out of the oven.
It was
right?
fresh out of the oven.
Okay.
So on the roof of my mouth,
Yeah.
damage points?
Yeah, so take 1 point of damage to the roof of your mouth, and that was a great game, guys. I just want to say
Question
thank
though?
you so
Question?
much. Yeah.
Question for you.
Yes, ask away.
What does this have to do with Doctor Who?
I have no idea.
What is
Absolutely
this?
no idea. I hope they didn't tune in for Doctor Who. God, I thought this was pizza eating.
Follow-up question?
Yes.
What does this have to do with Doctor Who?
That is an excellent question. My God.
Thank you.
They just keep coming. So hi, everybody. Welcome to the premiere of Eric's TBD RPG, which is not a title I picked, by the way. That was not a title. I was really anxious about having my name in the title of a show because it's the only thing on the slate that has a name in the title. And I was like, guys, I don't know. But you on Twitter, the Twitter space, was like, no, it's demented and we like it, so they're going to... I guess we're running with it, right, Sax? Are we just going to run with it for now? Yeah. Yeah, he said yeah. He said
Disembodied voice of Sax.
So let's go ahead. Before we get to what's going on here, I just want to introduce our players today. So we have Michael Holmes, who's an old friend of mine, who's part of the GNS team, and he and I have RP'd together for years now, and he's a great RPer, and he's a good friend of mine. And he's wearing my Peter Capaldi coat, and he looks great in it. Yay, yay, Peter Capaldi coat. Well done. Well
Keep
done.
it coming.
This is my good friend Duncan. Duncan, who's actually a friend of mine. He is my old boss, and so I thought.
Yet we're still friends.
And somehow we managed to be friends.
The revenge is coming now. This is when the revenge comes.
That's what I'm
We've
doing,
been saying this since we brought Duncan in, but we're going to do this officially now since we're live. We're going to officially apologize to Duncan because Duncan is from the UK, and we are going to slaughter his accent.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
We're going to butcher your accent through the. I'm so sorry. You're going to be surrounded with.
Look, I'm used to it, Eric.
I know.
It happens all day, every day.
damn
Yeah.
Well, I just
Are you
rewatched
from England?
Mary Poppins.
Do you know
a few
the
times,
Queen?
too.
Do you know the Queen? Is that?
Yeah, of course. We all know her.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone gets to
They're
meet
mates.
her. Yeah.
They-
When you graduate high school, she comes out and shakes hands with all the. Yeah.
Everyone
of course
knows.
I
So
do.
charming.
Yeah.
That's such a charming costume.
It is.
Wait, real quick before we continue. Remind me, who is the person you think does the worst English accent ever? Was it Dick? Was it? No.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke's
Dick Van
definitely
Dyke.
up
He's a
there.
standard.
He's
Yeah.
definitely
Mary Poppins.
I'm a chimney sweet.
Yeah. Bless his heart. We love him to death.
Yes.
But holy
It's a
hell.
wonderful movie.
Making
Yes.
it forever.
My wife had a career
long
doing a
lived
show on the road.
and
Really?
good career, really.
Yes.
All the way through.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you guys might know the girl that's sitting over there.
That's me. I'm the girl.
She is future girl. Future girl. This is Amy Dallen. So, hi, Amy Dallen.
So excited to be here.
Who I always love your ever-changing hairstyles now, like your hair
Really?
colors. It's really cool.
It's a thing that happens now.
Yeah, I like it. It's chameleon.
Can we call her Amy Dalek for the purposes of the
Amy
game?
Dalek?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
That has to do
Damn
with
it.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's true. We're actually doing a swag. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've met before once.
In
Have you-
passing.
In passing. And you had a
Duncan. My name is Duncan.
Duncan, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Duncan.
I used to be your
You
boss.
used to be my boss.
Yeah.
My
I used to
God.
be your boss, and also I'm a chimney sweet.
God.
Sorry, Duncan.
Yes. So yes.
Hashtag sorry, Duncan.
Sorry, Duncan.
Hashtag sorry, Duncan.
Hashtag sorry,
Do it.
Duncan. Hashtag sorry. What does this have to do with Duncan?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We
So
can't
yes.
see you in chat, by the way, so just tweet that hashtag. Add
Yeah.
me. It'll be great.
So we all know Darren DePaul,
Oh,
who
do
is one of our most beloved members of the GNS family.
Oh,
and
that's
we're
very
so happy
kind.
to-
That's
it's
very
true.
kind. Thank you. There was a woo.
So happy.
Thank you, Anonymous Woo. Was that Max? Thank you, Anonymous Max.
So Darren,
Like where the wild things are. Thank you,
know.
Anonymous Max.
all the way back there.
I'm gonna be. Yes. Hi.
So Darren, you'll be joining us when you can.
When I can.
Because you are a busy man.
I had today available. I wanted to start it off with
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
and it's been, it's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is a very good
problem
problem to have. But when we wanted to reach out to you to ask you if you wanted to play with us, that was totally understood. We're like, so audience, just so you know, you're going to be the Ashley Johnson of the Doctor Who game. You were going to like drift in and out like a specter. You're like, oh, and just pop in.
Yes.
Oh, it's Darren Day.
This is from my Blacklist collection.
Oh, excellent.
Wearing a sweater vest because I'm old.
Darren DePaul is wearing a sweater vest from his
Yes.
Blacklist collection today. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the game, and then we're going to jump in. So we are playing the Doctor Who RPG from Cubicle 7. To give you guys a quick heads up, yes, there's one of my books. That was the first book I bought. It's the limited edition Adventures in Time and Space, but you can still get that one. It is still available. It's really cool. I will be using, of course, the very handsome Peter Capaldi. He is a handsome man.
So surly.
I am so about Capaldi's definitely ranking up there with one of my favorite doctors.
Agreed.
Yeah,
heartily.
his last season was brilliant, I thought. And the Christmas special, which was amazing. So we are going to be picking this particular game up. It's going to be taking place around the time period of the 50th anniversary special, and I can't give away too many more details than that because it's Doctor Who, and that would be lame if I gave that away. This is only the second time I've ever run this game, and this is everybody's first time playing this game. So we've decided to just use that. So for those of you who have never played Doctor Who before and have always wondered how the hell this kind of a game works, think of this as going to be like a really fun how-to as well as an RPG session that you guys get to watch. So we're all going to be just kind of learning the system together. I've got down some of the basic rules. It's super rules light. It's totally accommodating for new players, as you guys will see. It's so simple that it actually kind of makes people go, like, that can't be right. We are using our cool D6. Our Doctor Who D6 that I bought from Q Workshop that I gave to the players. Yes.
I got a 2
Aren't
and a
they
TARDIS.
cool? Q Workshop
Yeah.
makes such great dice, and they Cubicle 7's been working with them to coming out with more stuff. So this is really awesome. I love these dice. I've been looking for these for so long. So
5
yeah.
is K9.
I know K9 is on the die.
Hilarious.
Master, I'm number 5. Master.
Oh, K9.
I watched. I was a
this
Tom
is-
Baker guy. I started watching with Tom Baker.
Yeah,
When
me
it
too.
first came over in
Yeah,
PBS.
I-
so.
This is the big challenge before we begin. I'm just going to say the biggest challenge I'm going to find in this running this game
Yes.
is not stopping mid-story to oh, wasn't it great in this episode? Like it's going to be really hard to not, because I immediately was like, remember when Sarah Jane came back with David Tennant that episode and they met again and she thought he had died and they hugged and then K9 was there. And that was the one with Anthony Stewart Head.
Yes.
There is, okay, sidebar. Quick sidebar
Yeah,
before
quick
we
sidebar.
start. Russell Davies has written a book. It's, if you can find it, get it. I think it's called Adventures Through Time and Space. It was interviews while he was running the show.
No kidding.
So I read it, I loved it. I think it's called Adventures in Time and Space, Russell Davies. All about Doctor Who, all about inventing, certain characters that we now know and love. I absorbed this book. If you can find it, get it.
That sounds
Yeah.
fantastic.
Because he was the showrunner before Moffat.
That's
And
right, yeah.
He started off the new
He's the one that kicks out the thing. Yeah.
the new Who.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting book if you are a Whovian.
Yes.
It would behoove you.
Oh,
I quit.
Duncan, there's somebody else here with puns.
What?
Yeah.
Giving you
I
heads
know.
up. You got to be on your game.
I'm always on my game with the bad puns, Eric.
Go,
You know
good.
that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, it's
And
going to be
game
a
on.
pun.
Yes.
As long as we're talking about the regeneration of Doctor Who
Yes.
in the 21st century, you know that Torchwood was the code name for the project when it started, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's an anagram of Doctor Who.
Who?
Amazing.
I never got to see Torchwood.
It's
job.
good.
It's all right.
Really
It's,
good.
it's different, you know.
I heard, yeah.
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 Anyway,
But
sorry.
I'm a
Okay.
John
Yes.
Barrowman fan. So are we ready to jump in?
Yes.
Let's do this. Barrowman! Oh man, I forgot about that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the Doctor Who RPG. We're gonna
I'll
go-
see.
All right.
I see what you did there.
I'm going to start with the dice roll.
That's a bad sign.
I know.
Great.
See who. I'm already starting with the dice roll. Oh my gosh. Okay. Michael, you wake up. Your eyes kind of flutter open for a second, and the first thing you're aware of is a cold, damp feeling against the side of your cheek. It's completely disorienting. It's taking you a second to sort of focus on what's going on in front of you, and slowly it's kind of got that tunnel sound as you're starting to hear sounds slowly come back. It's almost like you're recovering from a concussive shock that's knocked you down to the ground, like a bomb went off nearby. Your ears aren't ringing though. It literally feels, for a second, it almost causes a panic as you're opening your eyes. You're feeling, it almost feels like your presence is re-entering your body. Like your soul has stepped back into your physical form, which is a creepy sensation to say the least.
Sure.
And instinctively, you sit bolt upright. You are surrounded what looks like a darkened chamber with these strange dappled yellow lights coming through a ceiling that looks like, it almost looks like film of some kind. as you kind of squint your eyes to get a better look, you realize the ceiling all above your head is filled with, much like the circles that are kind of behind you on our wall, our sort of wannabe Doctor Who TARDIS circles. Yeah. What you notice is it's much like that. It's sort of like I would almost describe it as a like that sort of fleshy filling between tendons and light shining through, almost like you're inside.
Sinew?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, fleshy feeling. There's a strange sort of, there's a sort of strange ominous like a wind humming sound around you. That's the first thing you notice.
Okay.
The next thing you notice is that you're able to breathe, and the air in here is very strange, but you're able to, you're getting it in. You're not sure if it's because it's the air itself or it's because you're learning how to use your lungs again. As you take a deep breath, that's when you notice that surrounding you are 3 other people that are starting to get up off the ground. Duncan, your eyes also kind of flutter awake. You feel sort of a dull thudding of like a headache inside your head. You're smiling.
Yes, I do.
Like you've been,
I've
like
been there.
you've been there. Yes, this is like you're not sure. Like your instinct first is maybe I fell asleep at the pub. You don't know for a second. Like as you're kind of like coming to, kind of you're expecting like harsh sunlight to hit your face, but instead it's sort of this cold, damp darkness instead. As I described as well, like
so
these
I'm in my room then.
So you're in your room, yes. Well, you're like, oh, I'm in high school. Yeah. So as you're coming to, you're surrounded by a couple of shapes. You're all sort of experiencing the exact same. Amy, as you sit up slowly, it takes you a second to realize that there are other people sitting up as well. There's one person standing. Those are the first things you notice as everyone gets up and sort of trying to acclimate themselves. Before anything is said, everyone, the 3 of you kind of share a look, realizing you have no idea who you are or where the hell this is. The only details you can get from the room is that it's so dark you can barely get any details. And it's just these strange shafts of yellow light coming through this sort of like fleshy window that's above your heads in multiple places.
So distasteful.
And before you guys can open your mouth, a 4th person leaps to his feet rather aggressively. And Darren, you're up on your feet. You're surrounded by 3 very tall individuals. They don't immediately seem to be a threat. They're unarmed is the first thing you notice. You notice that you're in a darkened area, which tells you that you might have the tactical advantage if you're ambushed, because you have a general understanding of the space of this room. The creatures in front of you look fragile as well, so it's possible that you could break them in half if you need to. And that's where we begin. The 4 of you standing, regarding each other. I will say, as you're all looking at each other, the first things you notice, if you would like to describe yourselves, we can go through. We'll start with you, Michael.
Okay. You see a roughly humanoid figure who's 5 foot nothing, a little pudgy, blue skin, yellow eyes with like black pupils. Basically wearing like a mechanic's overalls and like heavy boots, and it looks like, you know, in addition to all the pockets that are naturally part of the garment, there have been like additional ones like stitched on and everything. And you think it's a he, kind of steps a little bit back towards the wall and puts his hand on it, just getting the lay of the land. Bald, totally bald too.
When you touch that wall,
and immediately regrets that decision.
you pull your hand back and this film just comes right off your hands. You can only imagine what the back of your little alien overalls must look like right now. You're just like, oh.
So I've stood up and I'm feeling my back and noticing that this grime seems to be a little bit on the ground as well.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of used to this. I'm a kind of a disheveled looking fella. I'm about 5'9" and sort of with the appearance of a homeless man, bearded, bedraggled, very world-weary, and absolutely exhausted, and very distrustful of these 3 people.
Kind of darting your eyes back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, what did I take last night?
And which one of these people gave it to me?
Yeah, exactly.
It must be that guy.
But yeah, right. Amy?
Are you human looking?
I am human.
Human looking.
Yes.
I'm also human looking. I'm a woman. I am, late 30s, and I've got sort of sandy blonde hair, and I'm very confused by all of this.
I am my size, and I look exactly like me.
Excellent. Yes. Okay, so moving on.
I do have a question.
Yes,
Darren, question.
ask it.
Do I recognize by looks anyone around me?
You
Do
recognize their species immediately. You're not certain about his species, but you spot these two and you think human. So, not a threat, rather pathetic, funny little things, easy to
Yes.
kill, no problem. Him, you're not so sure, but he's wearing overalls, so that can't be hard. That's kind of the first thoughts that are coming to your mind.
Indeed.
Yeah. Do you want to describe your character as you're standing up?
I believe I just have.
Oh, right. Okay, so
Anyone who has not gotten it from that description must be lacking in their intellectual capacity.
for the Whovians at home who may not have caught on, there is I guess about 3 foot,
3 foot?
3 feet,
Are we speaking English, dear boy?
3 foot,
3 foot.
a meter or so. There's a small,
Exactly.
very thick, very serious-looking, dome-shaped head, like broad shoulders. For those of you, I'm just going to say straight at home for you guys to picture it, there is a Centauran. Darren is playing a Centauran, standing there, broad-shouldered, looking quite mighty, quite irritated, and quite critical of everyone who's standing in front of him.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the part I play. I'm a very critical role in this endeavor.
Oh, another pun! Holy hell, you're going to have trouble keeping
Taking
up.
an early lead.
Well, my
Question.
Yes.
my
Explain
puns aren't clever
pun.
like that.
Pun.
I was merely stating the obvious.
Pun.
My role is critical, therefore I am a critical role.
Pun. Somebody. I don't know. Pun. What?
Useless in combat.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
Useless in combat, as I might say, are you, and you twice.
basically a wordplay joke, usually playing off of like double meanings or something like that.
Coming from a man who is a part of the culture that created our language, so I'll go with it.
He's a Centauran, you say.
Yes. The Centaurans. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Absolutely.
If we've lost our memories, do we know what he is?
You. I would say the two of you, Amy and Mike. You guys. He looks familiar. Not that you've met before, but you feel like maybe at some point. Duncan, actually considering what Earth has been through in the Doctor Who universe, maybe you've seen Darren on the news before, but
Okay.
he's clearly alien, which is alarming,
Yes.
as well as Michael's character. But there is something that's not immediately horrifying about Darren's character.
Okay.
There's something mildly familiar about him.
Okay.
Yeah. And there we are.
Hands up, all of you, where I can see them.
Excuse me. How did we even get here?
That is what I'm about to ask you. Excuse me, how did we even get here?
Well, it's an excellent question, but where are we?
I mean, how the hell should I know? I just woke up here as well. And by the way, I'm not putting my hands up for you. Who the hell are you?
Oh, calm down.
I spoke first, therefore you must do as I say. This is strict order. This is military order. Question, follow up. What is a military? I have forgotten.
As they're doing this, he's actually kind of poking the walls in places and just
Okay.
trying to see what the room is all about.
Sure. You're listening to them have this conversation as you're kind of watching. Technically, you do have your hands up
Yeah,
as you're kind of
yeah.
like touching the walls.
Well done, twitchy one. Everyone, imitate him and I shall be appeased.
I don't believe it's quite the right moment for that. Do you know how you got here?
Yes.
How?
And by yes, I mean no.
What's your name?
Yes. And by yes, I mean I don't know my name. But I will not tell that to you, for that would imply a weakness which I do not have.
Noted. Does anyone else have any information that might help us at the moment?
And
As the moment she asks that, your hand touches something on the wall. Cold, maybe metal. You try to jerk your hand away.
okay.
Yeah, it almost looks like chrome in color. It's kind of jutting out from the wall itself. As you're getting kind of close, you're beginning to see. It's sort of I hope this isn't too inside of a descriptive reference, but it's kind of like the dim lighting in here is on par with, like, say, the inside of the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland or something.
Sure,
where it's
fine.
like when you get close enough, you can see the detail, and you're seeing this sort of like metal. It looks like a metal. Is it a rod? You're not sure. It looks like sort of a sheet of metal, just kind of, it sticks out from the wall and wraps around. You're actually able to see now as it's getting this close to the wall. The wall itself is very strange. It's not organic like you originally thought it was. It looks like it's a mixture of rock and maybe some gemstones. You think you see carpet. You think you see all sorts of materials that have kind of been woven into this thing. And the goo that you put your hands on actually looks like it's localized. It doesn't look like it was actually all over the wall.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You guys, as you're watching him do this, you recognize what he's touching. It's a car bumper sticking out of the side of this wall. It looks
Just
like
jutting out from the wall.
it looks like literally. It looks like someone very calmly took a car bumper, stuck it in a wall, and built a wall around it, and it's just kind of sticking out, just like that. You can even make out the little corner parts of a license plate in the very bottom.
After this discovery, he turns to you and lets out this really elaborate stream of like clicks and whorls and like in kind of a sing-songy pattern, and kind of expects like a reaction from you.
And he gets one, but it's not what he was expecting.
And then he does it again, even longer, and then he like points at the wall.
Yeah, Michael, it's clear they don't understand your language as you're
Yeah.
kind of blurting it out.
Who the heck is this guy?
I don't believe any of us know, but I'm afraid I can't understand you.
And then at that point,
He just gets frustrated.
from down the hall, you hear voices. Am I hearing voices? Hello? Am I hearing voices?
Is anyone else hearing that?
Yes, who's there?
Oh my goodness, it's voices. I'm so happy to hear voices. Could you maybe help me? Please?
Where are you?
I'm not sure really.
State your name and intention.
There's a long pause, and then you hear, I'm actually not quite sure what my name is. I'm being honest. Sorry.
Where are you and where are we?
I'm stuck in a wall, it seems, like some kind of thing. I've got this thing on me.
Then he definitely makes a beeline for the voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like,
Blue clicky guy starts to move off, sort of touching the walls. As you're using the wall to navigate and sort of walking by, you're touching all sorts of bizarre things coming out of this wall. Some things you've never seen before, some things that kind of defy description, alien objects. At one point, as you guys, first of all, before you continue, I should ask, are you guys going to follow him towards the voice, or are you going to stay here? Are you trying to figure things out?
Space.
The space, from what you can tell, it must be a very large room. I'd say it's probably close to the size of our set here. So it's about, I would say, what would you say, like in diameter, this is about 60 feet, I suppose?
Sure.
Maybe like that? I don't know. I have terrible spatial.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah, so, and the ceiling above, it must be at least 50 feet up. So it's a small chamber for sure. But what you're starting to notice as he's feeling the walls is it does look like there are entryways. You're noticing like black pockets, like maybe there are some hallways leading into this entryway that you've woken up in.
So this is not, I don't know if this is metagaming, this is not a prison. We do not appear to be
Doesn't
in a
look
prison.
like
We
it,
appear
no.
to
No,
simply
not
be-
metagaming at all. No, it doesn't look like a prison. If it is, it's bizarre because you clearly have access to walk in and out. These pockets, these hallways though, look very bizarre. They don't look like they were built. They look like they've been dug or like tunneled out of some kind.
Interesting. Well, as he's going down and he's seeing everything in the wall, he just kind of starts giggling to himself like,
This is bizarre.
Well, now I'm definitely not following.
Now
you.
yeah. Poor Doug, you're feeling that little twinge of fear, like holy shit, it's Hannibal Lecter. Like it's a blue Hannibal Lecter, and we're all gonna
This
die.
guy's happy right now.
I don't know
Yes.
if it's the best idea to wander off. Perhaps we should consider staying together.
But,
You
counterpoint, joy could possibly mean discovery. Have you discovered something?
you hear
But
it's you're not sure if he's angry at you or very proud of you.
and he
Perhaps
just
we gotta try.
points.
And then you hear,
Fine.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me? I haven't found anything. I'm in a wall.
I am not speaking to you. When I speak to you, I shall use this tone of voice. When I speak to you, I shall use this tone of voice so that you understand me. Point over there if you understand me.
I'm trying to point.
I'm not speaking to you.
Oh, sorry.
He understands me. Therefore, we shall go this way. I have made a decision.
Is there any kind of basic investigation roll?
Would you guys like to? Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
actually.
First roll of Doctor Who.
Right.
Yes. So you guys have hit the wall, or you've hit that sort of like, okay, what the hell, guys? So let's go ahead and roll dice.
Okay.
So the way this is going to work, let me just pull out my
I
handy
did enjoy
dandy-
that we were
What,
talking
Ryan?
to people.
That was lovely.
Glitter Lord likes to interfere.
That was
He likes to mess things
great.
up.
When in this tone of voice.
You should say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody.
Hi,
I
everybody.
like to pretty up the camera sometime.
Actually, I'm not sure how well they can hear me, so I have to like project my voice. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. All right. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the dice roll in this game. Doctor Who is super simple because it's basically your attribute plus your skill plus 2 6-sided dice, and that's the whole game. I set a target number, you roll to beat it. Here's the one thing that's a little unique. Ideally, you want to roll above the target number. If you hit the target number, Doctor Who, you will succeed, but it's not the best success. There will be like a slight consequence, and that's how the game scales. So what they call, if you hit the target number, you succeed, yes, but. So it's a yes, but success. Yes, you succeed, but like Han Solo, he unlocks the door, but a blast door closes,
Right.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not that bad, but it's the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the target number. You're going to use for this. We are going to say this is going to be a straight up awareness roll. So so you're going to roll 2d6 and add your awareness trait, your attribute to it, and tell me what you get. And I will let you know.
Just awareness plus 2d6.
Ooh, snake eyes.
come on.
Or
Snake
Dalek
eyes.
eyes.
Did you roll 2 Daleks?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Daleks are 1s on the Doctor Who
Yeah.
dice.
Yeesh.
Duncan starts off with 2 Daleks. Hey.
That was gonna happen sooner or later.
Ace.
I got a 10 all told.
Okay.
I have a 12.
Excellent.
I have a 5.
Okay.
I've got a 9.
Okay. So Duncan, yeah, you're just staring at the blue guy because you're right, like, wow, he's like,
He's scaring the living crap out of
yeah,
me. is what
you're like,
doing.
you don't want to look
And
away.
so is that guy. But,
I'm sorry, Michael, what was your roll?
12. 10.
10.
10. Yeah.
And then, but Darren, you got a 12, right?
I did indeed.
Okay. So you,
Chief investigator. Sure.
so for those of you who got
Javert.
9 or better, for the 9s or better, and then with Darren, we'll get to you in a second. You guys, what you discover is that this entire room looks like it's built out of it's pure nonsense. The floor, the ceiling. You're realizing that that skylight, that bizarre skylight, as you're kind of looking around, it takes you a second, but you realize it's actually changed. It looks like it's gotten a little bit smaller, maybe, and the fleshy sort of like membrane that was the window that was casting light in now looks like it's made out of glass, and the light is still yellow coming through it, but the veins you saw inside gone.
but I've noticed none of this.
No, you're staring at the blue guy who's going.
I'm definitely hungover.
Yes. So that's what you're noticing is like this whole place. Darren, what your Centauran notices is, yes, this place is complete nonsense. It looks like, but what you're also noticing is the room is definitely changing. Because when you guys made notice of the fact that there are tunneled hallways, you decided to strategically count the hallways so you could plot, attack, escape, all that other. You noticed that 3 of them are gone now, and from where they were, and 4 have appeared. And it's not happening like it's in and out, but it almost just like, wait, what? Like almost you forgot that it was there the whole time. Wait, there were never hallways over there. Like it was some kind of twisted funhouse that's just not there anymore.
You, anonymous voice.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Do I know from whence that voice is coming, or from where?
With an investigation check of 12, I'll say you've got a general idea of which one of these hallways would probably be the best to go down if you wanted to lead the way to get down there, yeah.
I'm going there.
Okay.
You may follow, should you so choose.
Have you found the source of the voice?
I have indeed. It is this way. I am positive-ish.
Bollocks, why not?
It's time to reveal that Centaurans are my favorite race in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They are a source of endless joy for me.
Oh,
I absolutely. When you told me you were playing a Centauran, I did put the phone. I was like so happy. Darren DePaul is a Centauran. Retweet that. All right, so
That's the literalness.
yes, I love it. So you guys are marching down this hallway. It's a little bit of trepidation as you're sort of. I'm guessing, Duncan, you're following because you
Yeah.
see the group leaving.
I'd rather not be by myself
in this bizarre
weird
fun
place.
house. Yeah. Okay, so as you guys are moving, the moment you enter the hallway, the first thing you notice is the sounds at your feet change. You look down and realize that you're walking on smooth rock now. When you were in the other room, it felt like you were walking on sort of a fleshy surface. It had that squishy noise. Not anymore. It looks like it's a cave, sort of like a cave floor. Very strange. Also, I'll say carrying over with your investigation check of 12. And in fact, I would say you as well, Michael, kind of may see drawings on the ground, perhaps paintings of some kind.
Closer examination? What do
Closer.
we have to roll?
Oh no, I'll say since you noticed, you can just kind of look in.
I
You're
immediately drop to my knees and I'm just,
Oh, okay, you guys are walking and the blue guy goes, bam, just drops to the ground and starts looking. You also take notice. Looks like probably some kind of Paleolithic caveman drawing from the humans' pathetic early years of existence.
But on the ground.
But on the ground. It looks like, you know what I might say? Let's see, what would you have?
Are we sideways?
Roll ingenuity and add your knowledge to it. And tell me what you get. This is going to be a tricky roll, which is actually one of the difficulty levels. It's called tricky.
truth in
If he's
advertising.
drawn our
Knowledge.
attention to it.
It's not.
Altogether 8.
Yes, it is a picture. Clearly a person in that picture.
I have discovered that.
Has he-
Hurrah for me!
Yes, Centauran points it out. Wait,
Yes.
wait.
Look, pictures. Examine them. Perhaps you shall discover, as I have, that these are pictures.
That's actually very interesting. May we all
Yeah,
check?
yeah. If you guys want to,
if
I'll
they
let
look
you. Since he's
familiar.
pointed it out to you
We
guys, if you want
rolling
to roll a
for
check, yeah.
All right.
So roll
Ingenuity
2d6.
and knowledge.
Knowledge. It's your ingenuity and your knowledge.
17. I've got a pretty high
Okay,
ingenuity.
you did good.
Yeah.
You did good, kid.
10.
Yeah, you
And to
did
be
it.
fair, he rolled a Dalek and a TARDIS. So
Amy looks like she had a crazy good roll.
23. I know.
All
right.
I don't know who I am, but I know who painted this picture.
Wait, you said knowledge and awareness, right? Then-
Knowledge.
And
It's your
ingenuity.
knowledge, and then looking.
Right, sorry, knowledge and ingenuity. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. Yeah,
See,
then in
I-
that case, it's 13, not 10.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all did good, except for Amy, who did mind blowing. Yes, it looks like some kind of ancient painting, perhaps from a primitive culture. You're not familiar with it, Mike.
but I'm super excited
It
about
does look like some kind of. Yes, Amy, this is a painting from probably, you would guess, around 50 to 52,000 BC, Earth, maybe like early Paleolithic periods or whatnot.
So she doesn't remember her
It's-
name,
no.
but she knows that.
clearly
I put my
depicting.
priorities right in order.
Clearly depicting what looks like a hunt, probably hunting a mastodon. It's depicting maybe the loss of one of the tribe's member and the glory that was brought to that tribe member when they had finally slaughtered the mastodon. The tusks were offered up to the gods, and a good crop followed the next year.
And the guy who painted it was cranky.
Yes, the guy who the guy who painted it probably weighed about 150 pounds. He was probably about 5 to 5'5". He was a little bit smaller, pretty buff, probably full of muscle. Yeah.
So that's what a 23 gets
Maybe
you?
he had black hair. He probably had black hair. You're picturing you're kind of immediately picturing what the skull was probably looking like. Early human history. Very violent time in human history.
Now, does this check let me know, like, am I literally looking at a wall? Am I looking at a clever reproduction of a wall? Am I looking
With that check, I'll tell you right now, it looks like, from what you know, these paintings typically were found on walls of caves. It's very unusual to paint on the floor because, of course, they'd be walked on. So a lot of these were adorned on the inside of cave walls, sometimes on ceilings, but most of the time on cave walls. It is on the floor, and it is a part of the ground.
And I furiously start like grasping at my pockets.
And
looking
you are
for-
finding nothing
yeah,
in your
yeah.
pockets.
And then he realizes what he's doing. He's like very confused.
Okay.
But it was just, it's instinct. He knows that there's something
Yeah.
there he should be finding.
There's
These are
something.
marvelous.
It
These are
is
ancient. We
a
shouldn't-
drawing of a human fighting an earth rabbit. A very, very dangerous beast indeed.
This is actually incredible. It's a very rare and ancient painting. It should be on the wall of a cave. We shouldn't be walking on it, and it shouldn't be here wherever we are. Do use caution, please. This is incredible.
Which
But
one
so
is the
what's
rabbit?
on the wall? If
Is
that's
that
on
the
floor?
rabbit?
What's
It's a
that?
mastodon.
Pterodactyl.
how I know
Sorry,
that.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I went straight to Power Rangers. I apologize.
Are you sorry? You're not
I don't know.
sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm sorry. Sorry. Continue. Please continue. Please continue. This is coffee, so that's going
But
to
if
happen,
that's
and I
on the floor,
apologize.
What's on the
Yes.
walls?
The walls. What you're finding on the walls, as you guys, you're slowly starting to catch on here. Clearly, everything around
Even
you.
me.
Yeah. Well,
Well, he
No
said
knowledge
slowly.
at all.
you may be.
Oh, thank you.
You might be catching on, but you're not sure it's, let me put it this way. It's not quite as relevant to you. Like, someone was clearly an idiot architect. Why would you take a cave and make a floor out of it? That makes no sense. Clearly, there's no tactical advantage there. Like, why would you put a car bumper, an earth vehicle of
But
all
always
things?
the advantage of surprise.
That's true. That's true. If it is possible that no one would see a cave coming if it attacked from underneath them. So
Wow. That is the quote of the day.
Cave, it would be a hole.
yes, I'm sorry. Yes, of course, a hole.
A cave from here is a hole.
Oh, right.
A
Sorry.
cave from there, walkie, walkie, walkie. Oh, I'm in a cave.
Yes.
A cave from here, folly, folly, folly.
You're right.
I'm in a hole.
I'm sorry. GMing this, preparing this game, spending too much time in the environment of the setup. I actually lost a little bit of my memory as well, so I apologize.
Quite all right.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
Nice one, thanks, yeah.
But at least we've made clear to our viewing audience
Yes.
the
So
difference
remember,
between a cave.
How to identify a cave?
Cave.
a
With
cave.
different DePaul.
Caves you walk into. Holes you
Straight down
fall
on the
into.
ground. It's a hole.
Yes. Okay.
The
Excellent.
Audubon guide. Is it down? If yes.
We don't have a note taker, I've noticed in this game yet. So if you guys want to write this
Amy's been
down,
taking some notes.
if you guys want to
Yeah,
write,
I
are you
don't
taking
wanna-
notes?
I've been taking some.
I'm not conscripting
Okay.
you to
So
that, but
so just keep that in the back of your mind because it could save your life later.
well,
That a hole is down?
Yes.
Okay. DM says to
Hole
write
is
something
down.
down. You write something down.
Yes. Your hole is down. I can only
I
imagine.
think I can probably remember that.
Okay. Okay. You're like, no, I've got this.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Moment at which
I
you're
got
like,
this
"What's
one."
a cave?"
So yes, what you guys are finally putting together from this place is that it's nonsensical. It doesn't look like it's. The thing though is it doesn't look like it was built. It defies explanation. It looks like different pieces of things have sort of melded and joined together to form whatever the hell it is that you're in.
Are we in Planet Hollywood?
That's an excellent question.
Bloody hell.
You're in
No,
a
that
Fry's
was-
Electronics.
we need to get out as soon as possible.
God, no, don't worry. No one's
Escape
going to
from
help you.
Planet
Oh.
Wow. And then we're still progressing towards
Yes.
the voice.
Yes.
As you guys are rounding the corner, you indeed come across what looks like, as you're sort of progressing down the way, you're seeing all of these weird things in the ground. Nothing quite as strange as the cave drawings, but as you round sort of a bend, you indeed find there is a person. I don't want to terrify anybody because it's not like aliens, but yet there somebody is in the wall, kind of just like, it looks like they're wrapped up in all of this bizarre entanglements. It looks like there's some wires. It does look like maybe there's some kind of organic tissue going across their arms, but it looks like it doesn't look like they're so much like stuck to the wall like they've been plastered there. It looks like they're trying to crawl out of it. Like maybe they got stuck in whatever the hell is going on in this place. They see you come around the corner. To describe this person would simply be like this. Their skin looks like it's not, it looks like, the way I would describe them is it looks like an amalgamate. Oh, we have a character sheet down. Can you
Terribly
get
sorry,
it?
terribly
Because it's
sorry.
underneath our little, and then Amy disappeared.
Apparently there was a hole.
There was a hole. I told her to write that down. Damn it. We lost a player. This person looks like maybe an amalgamy between, I want to say, it looks like a reptile with tree bark growing out of the side of its face. It has sort of an elongated face, reptilian eyes. It even has the membrane on the sides, you know, the way a T-Rex does kind of when it opens. However, it does not look intimidating whatsoever. It looks like they're dressed in, immediately when you spot it, this person, as they look up at you, the first thing that comes to your mind is maybe a scholar of some kind because they're dressed very nicely. It looks like a sort of a very formal like attire. It's very well fitting, kind of folds over, almost like the Star Trek II uniforms. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's not red. It's like this dark green, dark blue colors. Looks like they could be a scholar, a politician, somebody who's upstanding and whatnot, and is looking at all of you going, "Oh, thank goodness. I am so glad you're here. I have the worst cramp in my leg. I am in a wall."
Is there a way that we can relieve that cramp? Or is it completely covered by the membrane?
I think...
Can we get you out of
just from the looks of it,
Yeah.
you're like, how the hell are we going to get this person out?
Well, we've got to find tools, clearly,
Yeah.
to help him get down, right?
It's
anyone
possible.
got anything?
You can just reach up and grab at him. It looks like their arms are kind of like sticking out, so you could probably guide. They say you could try giving me a tug. I don't know how that's going to work.
Not really into that sort of thing, but you know.
It's a mating joke. It was a mating joke. Did you get it?
Yes. It was a mating joke. I did get it.
Those are my favorite.
Well, at least someone here's got a sense.
And
of humor.
I immediately
like
go
this
up and I start looking for like kind of soft spots in the wall and everything.
What is the name of your race again?
TBD.
TB. Oh, okay, we don't know the name of your race
Yeah, we
yet.
don't know the name of the race just
TBD.
In your language,
Yes.
this creature says, "Do you understand me?"
Yes.
Oh, good. Can you pull me out of this wall?
Yes. Just a
You
moment.
hear him clicking at the blue guy.
What's he saying?
we
Um,
found
What's-
ourselves with this gentleman, but we can't understand him.
Oh, that's yes. One of the perks of my species.
We'll get you down, and maybe you
let's
can
try.
help translate for this thing.
Gentleman?
and
What
he,
is that?
there's another string of whirls and clicks and everything, and he says it a couple of times, and it's like three syllables long, and then he looks at the other person or at the other creature.
Boggly woggly? What? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Bargle Bill.
Boggle Bill?
Yes. Tell them.
Apparently your blue friend's name is Boggle Bill.
Bargle Bill.
Okay.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you, Bargle Bill.
Listen,
Very awkwardly shaking hands. Yeah.
oh,
Maybe we should come up with an alien race now. I
how
don't
is it that you know your name? Do any of you know your names?
We can't remember a thing.
know. Well,
No.
I don't rightly know. It just sort of popped in there.
Strange. I don't know mine. And you don't know yours?
No.
None
To
of us.
reveal that were to show a weakness, were I not to know it. I will not reveal that I do not know my name at this present time.
I don't remember the name of your
think he
race, but
doesn't
for
know
some
his
reason I am
name.
struck with anxiety.
He's
Would you like me to strike you?
no.
Would that give you anxiety?
Heavens, no.
You wanted
None
to be
of that.
struck with anxiety?
No.
Very well,
no.
I shall stand down.
Oh.
Standing down now.
What are they saying?
Oh, they're saying that they are going to help me, and that you should grab one of my arms and pull as hard as you can and see if you can get me out of this.
Yes, let's try. I can't hear that, but
You see blue guy, Bargle, who
Yeah.
miraculously, grabs the arm. You kind of put your foot against the wall. So now, it's a strength athletics check.
We're all pulling?
That's not terrible, but
Who wants to pull? Because he's only got 2 arms. So who wants to grab? Okay. Listen, meaty hands grab. You go, oh, gods. And then go ahead and make your roll. It's a strength athletics check.
that is a 13.
13. Let's see.
Wait, no.
This
That's
is
a 12. Sorry. it's
12. Okay,
yeah.
tell me what you get, Darren.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Is it?
that was good though.
That is?
TARDISes are 6s, Daleks are 1s.
That I have 6 and a 1.
6 and a 1, so 7.
Yes, and plus
Plus your
athletics and
strength, plus your athletics.
16.
Okay, so you get an appreciation from the Centauran's strength because as you're tugging it, oh, he is in there. Like you're like, how I don't know how if I'm gonna, and then he just comes right out of the wall. And it's, Darren just tug like it's like hitting a light switch. He goes, and then this guy comes tearing out of the wall, whether he wants to go that way or not, and the wall kind of explodes with matter. This guy comes tumbling forward and rams into all of you, because you just jerked him out of the wall. You guys manage to keep your footing as it stumbles into you, and you see as it comes free, he's like, oh, Oh, I think it's out of the socket. I think he pulled it out of the socket.
May I put it back in?
Maybe that would actually be a good idea. I know you're supposed to do that, right? Isn't that like what you're supposed to do? Does anybody know medicine? Oh my God.
I do not know medicine. Would you like me to put it back in?
Wait, you don't know medicine?
I do not know
Don't let him
medicine.
put it back in, please.
think
Let
that's-
somebody else do it.
Not it. Not it.
I would enjoy doing it. I shall put your arm back in the socket.
Just let him do it.
Do it.
What am I
just let
going
him
to
do
roll?
it.
So rolls.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be bizarre, but I'm gonna say roll strength plus medicine.
On top of this?
Yep. So or just roll roll the 6-sided dice.
For the
and add-
love of Pete.
add your strength.
Dragon.
Oh, no.
For the love of Pete's
That's
dragon.
Oh, Jeebus.
Okay. Well,
Dallen.
Looks like your arm's staying dislocated.
You watch as he rips the man in half, blood gushing. Eight. Okay. Okay. So this is what happens.
Oh, geez.
That remarkable Centauran strength probably would absolutely have done the job to pop this guy's arm back in the socket, but he's so terrified that he resists. And what ends up happening is you're watching a Centauran grabbing this lizard tree person, jerking his arm back and forth, and the person's like dancing around, and the two of them kind of like spring back. No, please, no, stop! And then and the Centauran's just, no, I'm going to help you. Just kind of like.
I will
jerking.
help you now. Stand still and I will help you.
Oh God, please, no, I can't. It's like kind of just jerking. While all this is happening, you're kind of watching the chaos and tomfoolery unfold when all of a sudden all of you kind of, and everyone stops as you watch the wall go.
Behind him?
Yeah.
Where he just came out of.
Yeah, one of them, it almost looks like fingers kind of grab the other side of the wall and close, it looks like it closes itself up, and you all distinctively hear a,
Oh, that can't be good.
That's not good at all.
I think Mom's better.
Are you lying? I have a very acute sense of hearing. I think you are lying.
Oh God.
I've got a little...
I shall try again. Trying again to put your arm in the socket.
Hold on,
Oh, for the love of Pete's dragon again!
Much better.
Please tell me what you got.
14.
14. Okay. So here's with a 14.
Because I'll go again.
No, with a
I have the resolve. This
I've
is
got a little bit
unturn.
of medicine. I don't know if I know that.
I am going to give him a point of stun damage from this one.
Oh, no.
But he goes, oh, and then you hear a distinctive popping sound. And he goes, oh, God. That did it.
Hurrah! I have done it.
that
You may
definitely-
congratulate me now.
Thank you for your help.
Congratulations.
May I?
It's quite good.
Well, thank you. Well done.
Thank you. Well done observing. Twitchy one, well done. Indeed.
He's saying well done, that you deserve your victory or some such.
Great. I'm gonna go look at the wall now, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Did anyone else see that? That was weird, right? That wasn't just
Doesn't
me.
seem like
That
a good thing. No. How long have you been here?
Do you know your name?
I don't know my name, but
It is a pleasure to meet you. I put my hand out to his arm that just got stuck in
he,
back of the
he
socket.
uses his other arm to stick his arm out, and
That's very odd.
it just needs a little
Shouldn't
help.
you're using the wrong hand to shake hands.
It's just, I need to,
This is the wrong hand. Use the right hand so I may trust you.
he takes his other hand and shakes it upside down. He says, yes. No, I'm afraid I don't know my name, but I was prepared for that.
Why
So
were you
how-
prepared for that?
I don't remember.
So how'd you end up in the wall?
I
You don't remember?
No, actually, let's find out if he remembers.
Oh.
What is it with the Daleks and the TARDISes?
One of each?
We're all rolling 6s and 1s.
Yep.
It's our first game. It's like, I don't know. Okay, so let me add this up. What is with that? What is
Like,
going
what
on?
is it with the Daleks and the TARDISes? Sounds like a very, what's this Doctor Who thing?
What is it with
What
Daleks?
is it with Daleks and TARDIses?
I don't know, Jerry.
sure
What is
like
it with the
a lot.
Daleks and the TARDIS? You got
the
a Dalek
Daleks.
and you got a TARDIS.
Daleks
You're
always
going-
exterminate this.
What?
I know,
Exterminate that.
exterminate. I didn't want to exterminate anything, Jerry.
I know.
Nothing. I
Why
had to
do
exterminate,
Cybermen
Jerry.
upgrade? Who are these Cybermen? Okay, so he kind of stops for a second and says, "Ugh. Look, this is what I know. That I know that I came here on purpose. I know that I'm here for a reason. I came here on purpose, and I knew that this was going to happen. and I must have messed up because I don't remember. But I do remember there's something I need that I brought with me that is supposed to help me find out what was going on. It was like a device of some kind. It was a damn it! I was holding it in my hands when I got here. It was a
large device. A small
no.
device.
It was a small. You know, like it's. I don't know. I was able to use
Sandwich.
Sort of. It was like it's cylindrical and
Cylindrical sandwich.
and it was like it was a device that I could
called a
use.
burrito.
It was a device.
You're called a burrito.
You don't know what he's describing.
So Darren Burn.
Yeah.
A cylindrical device.
Cylindrical device that I was using to sort of figure things out, to sort of investigate. I think it was what I was using here to uncover what this was, and I can't remember. But it's got to be nearby because I've only been in this war for a little while.
Just a short time then.
Well,
How do you know you were prepared? What?
I don't know. The answer's got to be with the device because I brought.
Shall
it
we
with
look
me.
for the device?
And in my language, I say, "Do you know the way out of here?" And you're just hearing.
I don't,
blah,
but
blah,
I
blah.
know that whatever device I brought with me is going to help us get out of here.
Well, then let's find you your tools and get out, shall we?
Yeah, that's a good. Hey, so he was saying that we need to find my tools and we can get out of here.
Very well.
Sounds good. to
How are
me.
we doing, Duncan? Are we okay? Is it painful?
Don't check, don't
is it
check,
nails
don't
on a chalkboard?
No, I was about to make a joke to your character. Well, your accent seems to have changed. In the past
Son of a
couple
bitch.
minutes.
It's going to continue to change.
Yes,
We-
for anybody in the UK
Yeah.
audience watching this.
Maybe that's the environment. Maybe.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Duncan, that's it. This is all part of the show.
Yeah.
This is,
Canon.
yes.
Things from everywhere coming together.
So many freaking Americans are so unaware of how many different dialects are actually in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
We just think,
But to be fair, my wife has worked with a lot of Brits, and when they come here, they're like, "Oh, sure, I can do the accent. I'm from America."
Oh, I love
It's
it.
true.
I
You're
love
right
it.
in the
Love
American.
it when
me, I'm an
casual
American.
Brits
Yeah.
do American dialects.
it's true.
We're all
I'm from South
Americans
Texas.
here.
Yeah.
Are we?
And every time someone thinks they can do like a Southern Texan accent, like they think they can do it, it's adorable.
It's adorable.
It's adorable.
I don't even try. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's
I don't blame you.
atrocious,
I don't
yeah.
blame you. I don't blame you.
You should actually be required to try.
Oh no.
Oh, come on. Come on.
It's not happening.
Order a
No.
pizza.
Order.
not
No,
happening.
not happening. So,
He tried for years, never did it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I could never get him to do it.
Fair enough.
So,
So we're going to look for the device.
it's going to be close by. I know it's around here somewhere. I just don't know where.
How do we look for things?
Can we
you
split up?
do you think we should?
I don't think that's a good idea. I think there's so much we already don't know. Let's perhaps stick together for the short term.
Yeah.
For the time being, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I have made a decision. We shall stick together for the time being.
They want to stick together
Yeah,
for
what
the
he
time
said.
being.
That's a great idea. I mean, I don't know what I am to you.
You seem familiar, but I don't.
Well, all right then. Let's follow the shorty.
He says we'll follow you,
Excellent. Well done, my friend.
leaving.
Indeed.
Yeah, Michael, when you shake his hand, it's like shaking a C clamp. You're just like.
A true judge of talent and intellect. I knew I liked you.
So
We look
searching for things has got to be awareness and what else?
Yes, you guys are going to proceed. In this, see, I was trying to decide. In this, it's you know what I've noticed about RPGs, especially RPGs that aren't Dungeons and Dragons, it can be really tricky to find out how the hell you roll a spot check or perception check. Because
Yeah,
a lot of
right,
RPGs,
right.
have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like even Star Wars, you just kind of like, where the hell is it? Like
Well,
you
no,
gotta
Star
like.
Wars has perception, but
They
it's,
do,
it's
yeah.
different.
Yeah. So in this, for now, I'm making it straight awareness. So you're going to just roll 2d6 and add your awareness. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment too, to before you guys tell me what you rolled, to bring up story points. Because we're getting deeper into the game. Story points are a brilliant device that I've seen used in other RPGs. The first time I ever came across story points was the Buffy RPG. And the Doctor Who RPG uses story points very similarly. So in this game, you can spend story points to actually alter the narrative a little bit. So depending on how many you spend, you can do things like, if you spent 1 story point, you could be like, oh damn, oh wait, no, I did bring an oxygenator, I do have one, kind of like that. You could spend 2 story points to add another 2d6 to your roll if it's super important. And with my permission, you can spend a third to get even another pair of 2d6. So if you're about to save the universe and it's really important, it all comes down to a die roll, you can throw story points into it. You can spend story points, as you can see on the back of your character sheets. You can spend them to try to shrug off damage because, as I've learned from reading the rules, damage in Doctor Who can actually be kind of lethal. They have damage rating for weapons, and then when it gets to Dalek, there's no damage rating. It just says L, lethal. So Doctor Who, they encourage you that when you need to spend story points, and you get story points back by good role playing, which is clearly not going to be a problem with this group. And you get it back by like moving the story forward and stuff like that. I throw them at you. But yeah, you guys can do all sorts of things. Burning a lot of story points can help you completely change a narrative. And all you have to do is run it by me. So we're going to play with that because it's pretty broad-based here. But yeah, for example, if you wanted to build a gadget if you wanted to MacGyver and build like a device that could read the weather and it's made out of aluminum and toothpicks, you could be like, sure, I'm from an alien race, I'll spend 6 story points. And we'll work with it. So this game is really fun because it lets the players have a little bit of the narrative power, which I think is really cool because it's Doctor Who. So it's whimsical fun, it's good stuff. So, all right, that being said, you made your awareness checks. Tell me what you got going down.
I got a 9.
Okay.
10.
9, 10.
6.
12.
12.
Of course.
Again, the Centauran is on top.
No intelligence whatsoever, but always going, oh, there's a thing. I have recognized
Thank
the
God
thing.
you're here.
That-
It's the thing.
That is the quote of your cut. Ah, there's a thing.
Indeed.
I have located a thing. Excellent. All right, so yes, sure enough, you guys continue to make your way down these corridors. And the theme continues as you all continue to move down. You're beginning to spot things from alien races. It looks like, at one point, Duncan, you recognize a traffic light is in the ceiling, and it's still blinking yellow. You're kind of walking by.
Is there still painting on the floor?
It's not just, what you're seeing now is you are seeing like things very similar to that. You're seeing wording and paintings and whatnot, but it's all from different places from all over. It's very strange because it's not limited to Earth. You're seeing things that you recognize. You don't remember how you know them, but you spot like alien races that you've encountered before. You're just not remembering the names. But it looks like, the best way to describe what you guys are walking through right now is it looks like a hollowed out junkyard of the galaxy or universe has been compacted into this place. And as the more you walk, the more nonsensical it gets. It's also at this point that, especially you, Darren, with your investigation check, you're starting to notice that this place is always changing. And you're also becoming aware of in the background, there's this dim, you guys are sort of becoming aware of it too. It's like one of those noises that you don't notice until you like, wait a minute, I've been hearing this for a while. But you have been taking special note. It almost sounds like every now and then you think you're hearing this place go, like it's like a painful sigh almost, or an exhale every now and then. And then every other moment is just sort of this low hum, just sort of vibration sound. As you guys are continuing to move forward, you see something that it actually will stand out to you because when you notice it, you enter what looks like another chamber that's just finished changing shape. So you guys walk in and it looks like the one you left, and you walk in just in time to see a wall just go, just kind of level up and form up into a hallway, and it becomes a series of arches.
That's interesting.
How many?
I would say about 4 going down in a row, and it just happens right in front of you. And as this happens, you see this huge pile of junk just drop out of the ceiling, crashing to the ground. Go ahead and this would be a great moment if, for example, if you were to be like, hey, can I spend 2 story points and find or like 4 story points and find a rifle in this? You know what I mean? You could do stuff like that using story points. Can I spend a couple of story points here to find something useful in the junk?
Can I spend a couple of story points to find something useful in the
You
jump?
absolutely may.
Okay.
I want to get you guys used to that.
So I'm gonna spend 1, I think, to get 2 extra dice, if that's okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
In this regard, you wouldn't have to burn a story point to use dice. I would say spend 2 story points, and I'll give you something out of the junk.
Okay.
Because you're
So-
changing the narrative of the game. So you're going to be like,
So yeah, as we're all marveling over the arches forming and everything, and we see the detritus fall from the ceiling, he just makes a total beeline.
something caught your eye.
Yeah, just like, and then rifling through, throwing things back at you.
So it's not just trash, it's stuff.
It's
Just
stuff.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you see,
Okay.
some of it doesn't make any sense to you. You see something fly past your head, and you're like, was that a stuffed animal? Like, you're like, what the hell? When you get to the bottom of this little thing that you're looking in, you pick it up, and it's a translator unit. That laugh, Duncan, the laugh again.
Oh yeah.
That chill goes up your spine.
So yeah, he's gonna take a minute and see if it's working and everything.
It is. It's an older device, but it clamps right to the side of your neck.
Okay.
You see this bizarre contraption. He just goes click, and it goes ching, like a collar.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, Barcelona.
Hello.
Hello. I don't really know who any of you are, but it's nice to meet you, I suppose.
We don't know
Yeah.
who we are either, but it's very nice to meet you.
What was your name again?
I think it's Bargle Bill.
That's right.
A pleasure to meet you, Bargle.
Bargle Bill.
That's a translation unit you've got in your neck.
Indeed. I don't know.
Criminal.
I don't remember exactly what a translation unit does, but as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had to have it. And now I can talk to you, and I'm very excited. And isn't this a fascinating, terrifying place we find ourselves in?
Mostly terrifying, but sure, yeah.
You're speaking in a language I understand now.
And so are you. Oh, this is great. This is just great.
We found that in that heap. What is this?
We should
Everyone saw it
probably-
move when we came in, right?
We
Yeah.
should probably go dig through the heap of stuff, right?
Yeah, it looks like just a What's interesting is when you pulled out that translation unit and slapped it on the side of your neck, you notice that heap of junk immediately starts getting kind of absorbed slowly.
into
It
the
starts
ground.
to slowly.
Well, it's
You want
probably
to
not a
dig
good
through it?
then.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Do we have to use story points, or can we just dig through it?
You can just dig through it. If you want something specific, you could say, "Can I throw story points at this to get what I want?"
I want to just thrill of the hunt.
You want
Let's
it
see
what?
what happens. Thrill of the hunt.
Thrill of the
Let's
hunt.
See what I get.
I love it.
Could be a weapon. Could be Winston Churchill.
I hope it's John Lithgow as Winston Churchill.
John Lithgow's
Wow.
I have, so I've rolled and add what?
So you're searching. So I'm going to say
Resolve, awareness, no.
it would be awareness, but I think I'm going to let you use your survival on this.
Arguably, could you use ingenuity?
No.
Okay.
Not here.
All right.
It'd be-
13.
if it's it.
Fair enough.
13?
TARDIS is 6, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, something stretches. You find a small card that looks like the guy you pulled out of the wall. It looks like an ID card. Yes, written in a strange language.
But maybe,
Translate this. You have now been able to translate things.
Great.
Translate.
or maybe we should hand it to the guy whose ID it is, because maybe he'll know the language.
What?
Looks a bit like you.
Let's, yeah. What is this you?
He takes it and goes,
No, that's a card. He is him. That's a card. I don't understand why you are so confused. That is an object. He is a him.
I'm not being racist here, right? That's not just another one of your
he
species.
says, looks at it and says, "Oh, it's my ID card! It's my ID card!" He points at it. Oh, I remember who I am.
Brilliant.
I remember who I am.
Who are you?
My name is Rococococo.
Rococococo.
Yes, I'm a scientist.
Oh, it's so good to meet you,
Great.
Rocococo.
Yes. Oh,
What
Is this
kind
what
of
you meant about being
scientist are
prepared?
you?
Did
Yes.
you bring that with you?
yes, I brought it with me. I was here on an expedition. Why was I here? What was I expediting?
Where are we?
We are in a. It's not supposed to be here. It's a
Seems obvious.
right.
Yes.
seems-
Right. Write it. Write what
Write
you're
it.
thinking.
Write it
down.
Yes,
Perhaps that will help
I don't
you think.
have any. Here. Do we need to? Wait. We're in a. Oh no. I know where we are. Oh, yes. We're in trouble. Sorry, it's coming to me now. We're in danger. Sorry, I just realized. Yeah.
What kind of trouble? Could you elaborate a little?
Right, okay. This is slowly starting to come back to me, so bear with me. This is a congealed, sort of a glob of non-existence made real. There's a word for it. I've been studying them all my life, but this was my first opportunity to actually see one up close, because they exist outside of the universe. They exist in what's the black? Not even the black matter. It's sort of like outside of reality. I don't know how to describe it. I need more. If I can get my hands on something else that was mine, I bet you my memories would come back to me the way maybe yours have started to come back to you, or I don't know.
Perhaps, yes.
But then you haven't found anything, have you, that jogged your memory? This jogs my memory. Maybe if we find something of yours, maybe there's something of yours lying around. Does anybody have any idea on them?
I would like to expend 2 story points.
Yes.
To find something of mine.
Okay. Go ahead and.
Sorry.
Let's see.
Roken Kokoko, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Since you remember how you got here, maybe you might remember how we got here.
Yes, that.
It's possible.
But nothing yet.
It's possible that how you got here is. I'm not sure. I just need more information.
Okay.
I have theories, but they're so bizarre, they don't make any sense to me yet. As he's saying all this, Darren, you're like, Darren, I'm going to ask that you spend 3 for this. If
I will spend 3 for this.
Okay, cool. 3 story points. You're like, well, that's worth looking. So you kind of look around and, your rifle.
Oh no.
You remember this.
Yes.
You kind of
I
reach
pick
down.
it up, I point it at you, and I go, does this help you remember anything?
yeah.
There's no need for violence, sorry.
The
There was
Centaurian,
no violence, I
We
was
know
merely
what it
pointing
is.
a weapon.
We know
Yes.
what it is, though, right?
Essentially, this is what happens.
Yes.
While you guys are talking, behind you, if you can kind of picture this like a Doctor Who episode, the camera angle, like off in the background, sort of out of focus, is a Centaurian just kind of like, and then, walks off camera, and then comes back with some of the wall pieces still falling off of it after you've ripped it out of a wall. It looked like another car bumper, but in fact, it is the butt of a power rifle. And as you pull it out of the wall, yes, at least. You guys get the basic idea that it's a weapon. Yes, Darren, this is a particle rifle. Technology level 7, so about the same as the Centaurian. This is much more advanced than human technology. Has a tremendous killing power. It kind of just kills everything it points itself at when you pull it out. You just, it's got
Yes.
the weight on this thing.
I feel much better now.
The way it rests in your arm, it's like having a refreshment.
My arm is complete again. Swing your razor high, see me hear it holler, yes. Sorry, sound people.
Sorry.
I said I did Broadway.
Sorry about that.
That was from Sweeney Todd.
That's the second time in literally 24 hours that Sweeney Todd has
been invoked, really?
Yes. Yeah, it's really
I
weird.
highly encourage invoking musicals around here.
All right.
I should give story points out for any time. And you know what? Get a story point back.
Nothing's
Yes.
gonna harm you. While Centaurion's around, except when he's got a weapon.
And then maybe everyone's
He's
gonna
harm
die.
you, Toby.
Go ahead and get a story point back. What the hell?
Oh, yay.
Seriously. Yes. Okay.
All right, arm is
Now, hold
complete
on a
again.
minute. Hold
Well,
on,
that's
hold on.
disconcerting.
Yes, he's holding a massive.
No, it's not
freaking
disconcerting. It is a particle rifle.
You are disconcerting, sir.
I have discovered what race I am. I am a disconcerting.
weapon. That reminds me.
Yes.
Holding this particle rifle, I am a disconcerting. You're a Centaurian. You click the Centaurian Empire, your whole race,
Yes.
it clicks.
Do I remember who I am? Because I remember who I am.
Not immediately, no.
I remember parts of it, but I do not remember all
Don't
of it.
remember. But it explains the strange blue armor that you're wearing.
Yes.
And it explains your obvious superiority. Of course!
Well, I believe I've explained my obvious superiority since we've woken up.
It affirms your obvious superiority. You're like, "Ah, naturally, you're the greatest warrior race that the universe has ever known. And it just kind of clicks. And that's immediately what comes back to you. It kind of hits you like right upside the head.
Oh, yes. Twitchy one. Come here.
All right.
I am a Sontaran.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Do you know what a Sontaran is?
Do we know what Centauans are?
I did not say it to you. Were you overhearing what I said to the Twitchy one?
Yes, the DM, you can't hear that.
Centauran does not ring a bell. You think maybe you've seen something like him on television at one point on Earth, perhaps? But you're not sure. Doesn't ring a bell.
But I do know what a rifle is. Or that looks like
That
a
is
weapon.
clearly a big-ass weapon with the power to deny people life. And he looks like he was made to hold that weapon. Like he looks quite comfortable holding it. Roko Kokoko is we're gonna have to shorten that, obviously. I was like, I need to make the most obnoxious fucking name.
No, it's a good name.
No, it's perfectly
very
Whovian
Whovian.
too. Yeah, that's great.
Go.
Roko Kokoko is kind of sees you get the rifle and goes, "Oh yes, Centauran, that's right. Oh yeah. Haven't seen one of you in a while."
Oh dear. Perhaps I am the last of my race. No, I'm not.
Wow, that would
We
be.
are a warrior race. We will have no end.
Is there a need for the enormous
I am
gun?
protecting you while we search. Do you have an enormous gun?
I don't.
I have a question for you. Do you have an enormous gun?
I do not have an enormous gun.
You do not have
Wait! It's another mating joke. It's another mating joke, isn't it?
Oh, I get it.
I don't know about
Right. Wait, no, I don't get it.
Yes.
No? Did I miss that?
Well,
I didn't.
Never mind. Sorry. Nope.
well,
no.
now,
Still
now,
learning.
wait just a
Oh,
tick here,
alien
though.
biology. I'm not quite
If
sure how to make guesses about.
Rocococo got a bit of their memory back when they got their ID card, and I don't believe I actually caught your name,
I
but
don't believe I actually threw it for you to catch.
Um,
Perhaps that is a mating joke as well. Throwing something for someone to catch and then mating with it. Gun! Click! Boom! Hello!
Man, your character is
quite
going to
a
be
lot of
so
alien
thrown
biology.
off by the vulgarity of baseball, should you ever encounter it. What kind of bizarre-ass race. At that point, Darren, if you want to throw out your name, I'll let you. If you want to come up with it, you'll remember your name now. So I didn't come up with a name for you. Do you have one?
Of course I do.
Excellent.
It is my name.
Excellent.
I am Third Librarian Velig.
Third librarian village.
Third Librarian Velig,
Third
fourth
lib-
keeper of the holy articles of the Sontaran race. I'm not a warrior at all. I was a curator in the Great War Museum of Sontar.
A curator.
Yes, I studied things, artifacts, and I kept people from stealing them. I remember. And he stares off into the...
You remember fondly the glass case you kept that was filled with the skulls of everyone who's tried to steal something from that museum.
Indeed. I put them there myself. I labeled them. I learned their names.
is that why he's good with a rifle, Dan?
Yes.
I've never met a curator. I don't know if I've ever met a curator who's good with a rifle. Oh my goodness.
All Sontaran curators are good with a rifle. I have never met someone of your kind who was not good with a rifle. Granted, I have never met someone of your kind.
I was like, wait for it. Wait for it.
Got to my rhythm of this era.
I was like, wait for it. That thought is not over.
What was your character name again?
How do we
Third
spell village?
Librarian Velig.
Veleg.
Yes, I gotta start writing down names.
V-E-L-E-G.
E.G.
What was it?
So-
Fourth
just
keeper of the holy
Veleg.
relics of the
Yeah,
great
Veleg.
Sontaran Empire.
Veleg the Librarian Centauran.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay. Oh my god, the fan art. I hope there's fan art.
I'm so excited.
I
I
really
remember,
do.
I wanted to be a warrior, but my father, he disapproved. He was a librarian as well. Memories flooding back. I do not like these. I shall stop discussing them. Gun. Lovely.
We almost had a moment in the Doctor Who universe where a Centauran got vulnerable about their feelings. And then went straight to the gun.
And none of us know what Centaurans are, so we can't even appreciate this.
No, you can't even
Ugh.
appreciate it. Mike, what's your character's name again?
Bargle Bill.
Bargle Bill?
Bargle Bill.
Vargle? V?
B.
B. Bargle.
Bargle Bill.
Bargle.
It's hard to
All
bargain
one word, or
marbles
now should
with
we
all
know
these
this? All one
marbles
word,
in my
or
mouth.
2 words?
It's 2 words. Bargle's, well,
We'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Wow, this is amazing. It looks like our memories are finally starting to come back a bit.
Indeed.
Oh, speak for yourselves.
Yeah,
Well, you should
sorry.
search.
Anything...
And then you can speak for yourself, because you will know who yourself is.
It's not a bad idea, really.
Gun.
I know that if we can find the device I'm looking for, it will help us all tremendously find out where we are and how do we get out
You
of
said
here.
it's a cylinder, right?
It's a scanning device of some kind, like a tool. It's a bit of a cylinder.
Okay.
Can we
Like
look around for cylinders?
Yes, let's look about. It
Right.
seems like this seems to be like a prime place for things, apparently.
So what are we
Spread
rolling?
out. Look at any way you can. Yeah, everyone just kind of spreads out.
So it's awareness and knowledge.
Here, it's going to be. I'm going to give you guys survival on this. Go ahead and roll. Add your survival to the roll.
Okay.
So it's awareness and survival. Dalek and TARDIS.
$2. My friends.
This is
Dalek and
Double
TARDIS.
Dalek.
Dalek and TARDIS.
Dalek all day long. I got
What'd you get?
13.
14.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Duncan finally dialing in.
Finally.
That
I
headache is
got
finally.
something.
14 as well.
So
Oh, wait, steal my thunder.
yeah, there it goes. What was it? 5. You're like Centaurans. Fascinating. I think I've heard of this race. Yes. You're kind of like doing your whole curate. You're not paying
Well,
attention.
no, it's just I'm looking
Plus-
at everything.
Yes. This room, yeah, one of the reasons probably why you were able to find anything in this pile is the fact that this room looks like it is in a state of flux, because those pillars that you guys saw have now just become archways. They just go
Into one archway, or
still a row.
Oh,
It looks
okay.
like it looks like they're following some kind of logic, but it's so randomized. And each time the walls change, you see new things are getting exposed, almost like rock eroding and fossils popping up out of the rock. It's the same thing, except for here you're seeing, like I said, an amalgamy of things from across the universe, is the best way to describe it. You guys are searching almost as if, oh, so you rolled a 14, Duncan?
Yes.
As you guys are all fanning out, what you've noticed is that as y'all are searching, it looks like as you're kind of like digging through some of the rock, some of this you're able to scrape away because it's actually soil, and then it becomes rock, and then it becomes plastic, and then it becomes Durasteel, and then it becomes like, you guys are just, as you continue like searching through all of this muck, at one point, Amy, as you're digging, you're like putting clumps of soil out because you thought you saw something kind of like sticking up out of the ground there that could be a cylinder object. You kind of recoil as an eye opens up and looks at you,
Oh my goodness.
just staring at you. It just opens up. It's part of the floor, and it looks like flesh has been grown into dirt. It doesn't look like it's a part of anything or anyone, and it just kind of blinks as it stares at you for a moment.
The floor has an eye. Hello?
As it's blinking at you, you just suddenly see it it looks like it winces and then becomes stone, becomes a statue. And now it's just a rock that's looking at you. It doesn't blink anymore.
This is extremely disturbing. Rocococo, you said we're endangered. Can you elaborate at all?
Yeah, I think ultimately what I've got right now is that the longer we stay here, the closer we come to total annihilation.
so we're looking
Sounds
for
good.
Yeah, this is my running theory. I think the longer we stay here, the more risk we have of becoming part of the collection, so to speak. I think this place, from what I remember, when I arrived, the plan was to get in, study, get out, and that's all I really is coming back to me at the moment.
Did you come alone?
I did, yes. No one wanted to come with me. Oh my God, no one wanted to come with me. Who were they? I was part of an expedition. They called me insane for wanting to do this, but it was a tremendous opportunity. It's not coming to me. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I need that device.
Well, especially faced with, imminent annihilation and obliteration, perhaps it does behoove us to get out of here and quick.
And that's when, at that point, Duncan, you come across what looks like a cylinder object that's sticking out of the ground with a small little blinking end on the top of it, and it has sort of like it's like a static
I
noise coming out
found
of
a
it.
cylinder thing. Is this
That's
your...
it! That's it! You found it!
Yes.
You found it!
I have found this rock.
Oh, it's a rock. He stares at it for a moment. Sorry, yeah. No, that's a great rock. And he takes the device.
Yes.
Should I
You
take
may
it?
have this rock as well.
Thank you.
Perhaps it will bring back your memories of other rocks. I have now remembered rocks.
He holds them up and he looks at this device and says, and you see he kind of opens a panel on it and you see this holographic display come up. And what you see in this holographic display, it looks almost like he's projecting a 3D image of where you guys are. You see little blips where you guys are standing. And you see this, it looks like this giant molding, what you must assume is the complex that you're in or whatever it is you're in. It looks like this ever-changing blob with multiple chambers running all throughout. And it looks, one thing you notice too, actually I would say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's make a science check. So make a ingenuity plus science roll. And see who makes the
20.
20. This is what you do.
20, yes.
Holy shiza. What was it?
7.
7.
18.
8. Wow.
Well done.
Damn.
19.
Ah!
Yay, science!
Wow.
Team science.
This is
Okay.
science.
What you notice is the outside of this, whatever the hell it is very mutable. Like everything is just constantly shifting. But you notice the closer it gets towards what looks like maybe a center, things beginning to solidify, and you guys are kind of in the middle. It looks like it sort of hardens to the point where it's actualized, where everything out. But what you do notice is the outer edges of this facility, or whatever, whatever this is, it looks like it's in the process of breaking down. Because you guys got to notice like pieces of it sort of flaking off into the ether or whatever it is that's outside.
Well, that's not good.
Well, that is absolutely fascinating.
We are
And,
here. Okay, so what do I remember? What do I remember? This is... Oh, I remember it now. All right, I'll try to make this fast. There are creatures that exist outside of reality, and they feed on the actualization of the universe. So before the universe was created and before nothing existed at all, they existed. In fact, you could quite accurately say that of all the things that have never existed, they are the worst. And what they do is they sort of feed on reality. But you don't get to see them in parallel universes very often because they can't really enter our world unless there's a huge traumatic event in space-time. And one of those traumatic events apparently happened recently that caused ripples across theoretically all known parallel universes. Known meaning unknown. We don't know how many. Theoretically infinite number of parallel universes, which we think may have drawn them into this universe. And I think they got trapped here. And they are in the process of dying as they try to eat everything they can to stay alive. We are effectively in the stomach of a giant beast that wants to eat everything. And something in this place has caused it to actualize. Something is in the center of this place that is, and he points, something is in the center that has caused this thing to become reality, which it should not be, which is why it's dying. So,
It's turning the nothing into something.
which should not. And so our universe is correcting itself and is simply incorporating it. So probably in a matter of, I actually don't know how long, this whole place will become something, and we will be incorporated into it for all eternity.
Bill is really intently studying the hologram projection. He's like, all right, so we're here, and you're saying whatever is causing this beast to actualize is right over here, right?
Yes,
Down that hallway.
yes, those hallways. But there was something else. Something else. I forgot their names, but I do know that one of the dangers of researching here, and when he says that, as if on cue, you guys hear a predatorial screeching noise from down the hall. And as everyone just kind of, he pauses and everyone kind of turns and looks. And the best way to describe this is, do you remember that horrifying moment in the movie Aliens where they pushed, when they were getting motion on the detector, but they saw nothing, so they pushed open the ceiling and looked up and saw all of them swarming towards them? Down the hallway, whatever they are, clearly hostile creatures lining the walls, climbing the ceiling, the walls, they're all swarming down the hallway, screeching, coming in your direction. No idea where they came from, no idea what they are. And as they barrel towards you, he says, yes, I was going to say, we might not be the only ones that got sucked into this.
Run!
Everyone get behind the guy with the gun.
Yes.
Let's
Suggestion, run ahead, and I will see if they can be killed.
All right, combat in
Bill.
Doctor Who. Get ready, because combat in Doctor Who works in a way that is completely unique to any other RPG I've ever played. So this is the way combat works in Doctor Who. There are no dice rolls. In Doctor Who, there's only a dice roll if there's a tie of some kind, or if somebody's acting simultaneously. So, in Doctor Who, rounds go like this. There's talkers, runners, doers, and fighters. The logic behind this is that it kind of follows the logic of the television series. So in Doctor Who, you'll notice that when combat's about to break out, usually people get in a few words first, or the Doctor will try to talk people out of it, or Amy or Rory or somebody will say something to try to stop the Dalek. Rose had conversations with the Dalek, managed to actually stop it from killing her. Like, it all happens, right? Talkers go first. So you can theoretically, at the beginning of the round, everyone announce their intention. So that's what you're locking yourself into doing. So if you fail a talking check, for example, if you want to try to convince somebody not to shoot you, if you fail, you committed to talking that round. So when fighting comes up at the end of the round, they're going to shoot you. You know what I mean? Next up is runners, which is what you guys have all elected to do, except Darren. Runners, it is what it is. You guys decide to run. There's a lot of running in Doctor Who. Y'all are fulfilling the role. Yes. Runners are next. So talking, running. The next is doers. Pull the switch, hit the button, sonic the console, whatever the hell. Lastly is fighters, and then they go last, and then the straight up combat checks.
But do you change your intention every time something happens?
When it's a new round, after everyone is gone, you can change your intention. Because then I can say, okay, so what do you intend to do this round?
Okay.
I'm going to shoot him. Okay, so you'll go last.
Okay.
You can, however, if you chose fighting, and we get to the doers part of the initiative round, and you decide to change your mind, you can do it. You can say, okay, in that case, I'm not gonna shoot him, I'm gonna hit the lever, but I'm gonna give you a negative penalty because you've changed your mind from the initiative. Okay. So, but it's real minor at first. It's -2, and then it doubles, and then it goes. So that's it. So you guys have elected to run. So without having to roll, you guys go, Darren says his line, you guys are tearing up. You've elected to, your intention was to, you want to talk? Then you actually go first. All right, so you see these aliens coming. What are you going to say to them?
I am 3rd Librarian Veleg of the Sontar Republic. This is my particle rifle. You will stop, or you will force me to use it. I repeat, I am 3rd Librarian Veleg of the Sontaran Republic. This is my particle rifle. You will stop, or I will be forced to use it.
I love it because it's the Sontaran version of this is my boomstick. All right, okay. I'm going to need you to roll a presence plus convince.
Okay.
Tell me what you get.
For the love of Pete's dragon.
It's our favorite combo.
I know.
Is it a 6 and is it a TARDIS and a dollar?
It's a 12. It's a 12. I'm a 12.
Oh, you're at 12. Okay. So he speaks with authority. That's for damn sure. But what you realize,
training.
Yeah, what you're realizing is they're swarming towards you guys. As they're getting closer, after you make this declaration, judging by their reactions, they probably don't understand a word you're saying. It looks like they're probably moving on animal instinct. But with that roll, a few of them hop down off the ceiling and stop charging and just screech at you. These things kind of look like first of all, they have multiple arms and they vary in size. So their first 2 pairs of arms, and it goes down like 3, 4, 5 pairs of tiny arms with hooks at the end of them. They look humanoid. They sort of have that cat-like back legs, those sort of springy back legs that like maybe a satyr would have, you know what I mean? Claws all over the place, but they do have like a humanoid head, no eyes at all. No eyes, 2 holes where a nose would be, and huge maws that look like they can dislocate to swallow very large pieces of whatever. You suspect, probably. So,
what about the guy with the translator? Could he talk to him, or are they not communicative, does it seem?
I can tell you on the talking phase, after he finishes talking, your communicator, after he shouts it, you get the impression as they screech down the hall, you get the impression that A, they got a general idea that he was posturing and that he might not be prey. He might be a problem. It's not going, but you clearly tell from the way they're screeching, they have every intent to kill all of you.
Okay.
You get that much.
Yeah.
So that's going to be talkers. You guys decided. So when you say that and this is happening, as you're sitting there and saying all of this, behind you is the three of you. Run away! Okay, so that's runners. Okay, so you guys go ahead and just make a. This would be an athletics check. So I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say make a coordination athletics check.
Okay, and then I also have a trait.
You guys all, I believe, have the trait
Run for your life.
Run for your life,
Yeah.
which is an actual trait. So go ahead and so what that does is it's going to add a +1 to your speed. This is not going to be a difficult roll, so don't worry if you didn't do so hot.
Got an 8.
An 8. You're okay. You're okay.
Okay.
8's fine.
Yeah, I got an 8 as well.
Okay, good. Just don't roll badly.
Actually, wait, sorry, 9. But
I rolled very well. 7 and 8. 15.
15. Okay.
Nice.
So the lady takes off, and you guys kind of decide, oh, she's got the right idea, and you kind of follow after. You guys, I'll tell you now, with the exception of you, Amy, y'all probably aren't going to be able to keep ahead of these guys from simply running. At the end of this round, they're going to clear enough distance to reach you, Darren. So as these things come barreling down, you become aware, oh no, they want to die. Like, clearly this is combat. So we're going to go ahead, and that's the first round of combat. We're going to go ahead and start with the next round. Announce your intentions this round.
Is there, what would be the option to sort of look around for like a hallway to duck down
that
or
would be
something
a
like
doer.
That would be a doer action.
that? Oof. Okay. Well, I'm the furthest ahead, so I guess that'll be my intention.
Okay. That's what you're going to do?
I'll talk.
Awesome.
I'll talk.
You're going to talk? Who are you talking to?
Rococo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's also running, by the way.
Sure.
Ah, your Centauran friend is very brave. What do
Can
you-
I just follow her and
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. You're like,
If
she's first,
if
I'm going.
If she finds something, I'm going to go down there.
Okay. Okay.
And if she don't, I guess I keep running because I didn't get that far, right?
No, not. Well, yeah, she is torn off in front of you
Yeah.
guys. She's got a nice lead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Gotta look after yourself down there in this crazy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would like to stop and ask what they are, but it seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's talkers. So runners, you guys just did that. What do you? Okay. So talkers, you're up first. What do you
Yeah,
do?
Rococo, look on the hologram, see if there's some way we can get to the center from where we are without running back into them.
Right, yeah. He holds it up. So now we're in the doers round, or the runners round. So you guys are running. Duncan, you just try to catch up. Go ahead and make your roll.
10.
10. You're keeping pace, but she's
Yeah.
got a good lead. So
Yeah.
it'll depend on how she rolls this round. Are you running as well still? Is that
I
gonna be your?
think it was going to be my do action. Was
Oh, that's
to
right.
Look around for an
Oh,
exit, so.
you stop for a second. You're just looking around. There's 3 different hallways in front of you guys you could run down.
Oh boy. Have I heard this though?
Yeah.
Do you have,
Talkers
does she
went
have
first,
to
you heard
roll
that.
for? Does she have to roll for which one she ends up going
No,
down?
you can pick one and
Okay.
go, but you won't be able to run this turn because
Okay.
you're picking the direction. So which means at the end of this turn, I'm going to let you catch up to her because she stopped for a second to find out. Oh, where do we go?
Okay.
So what are you going to do? Gonna
But
pick
he's
all
got the map up, right?
Rocococo does have the map up. Yes, Rocococo is also far behind you. So it's they're right behind. They're right behind you, I suppose.
Okay.
So kind of like in last place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. I guess I can't shout from my doing place. I just want to be like, there are 3 exits down here. Does anyone know which way the center is?
Okay. 3 exits. Okay, so Rocococo hears you and is going to respond. We're going to go straight to, that was doers. Now we're on fighters. Yeah. Oh, this gun is begging to be used.
Yes.
It's begging to be used.
Particle rifle. It's what's for dinner.
It's what's for dinner. I dropped a die. Okay. So, we are going to make a quick, let's make a roll. What's your coordination? What's your rating in coordination?
4.
4. You're going to go first. They do not have that high of a coordination.
Oh.
So go ahead and make your attack with your friggin' biggie ass
Yes, I'm
laser rifle.
doing the shooty thing.
Tell me what you get.
What should I roll?
It's 2d6, and you're going to use your coordination and I believe it's marksman,
Great.
Yes.
which I think
Don't
you're.
even look. 9 because we have $2
warning
because
shot.
he got 2
You know.
You got $2. Oh no.
Yeah, $2. But 9 is like, but because he was sort of pointing it in the air to go for the glory of the Sontaran Republic.
So,
Shooty thing.
Doctor Who in this game, there's no AC and there's no difficulty to hit. It's a contested roll. So now I'm going to make a coordination check to see if they ended up in your sights as you're opening fire on these guys. So let's.
Could I use 2 story points?
Good question. Let's find out because you already rolled the dice.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that's a thing we can do, but it's the first time we've come up with this. So I'm
Yeah. Let's look into this. So, how many story points?
Since it is what he
basically
do.
increase his dice.
You-
roll.
yeah.
do
you
a
are
plot
that was
twist.
close
To add
to make
2
it.
2 more 6s?
Well, there's here on the character sheet it says that was close, nearly didn't make it. Bump your level of success or failure up by 1 for each SP spent.
Oh, there you have it.
Yeah.
I
So,
think you
because
might
right
have to
now
play
you
the
rolled,
dice
what was your
ahead of
roll?
time, but-
My roll was 9, I believe.
So at a 9, you're at, you did, okay, so I'm going to tell you your success level. You failed,
Yes.
but it wasn't a bad failure on their contested roll. So yes, for every story point you spend, you can bump up from failure to success to good to fantastic.
I would like to use 2 of the story points to
Okay.
bump it up now.
To go to good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or because if I expend, I have 3 story points left. If I use all of them, it's probably something I should do. But then I get it back by role playing. Is that correct?
You'll get them back eventually. They aren't doled out regularly because they're so powerful, but you do get them back.
I'm gonna
They're
go
also
for
a
it.
valuable resource. Do it.
Because that's what he lives for. So
All right.
at 0, I have now used all my story points.
You're gonna burn them all?
Yeah.
Wow. How very Singaporean of you.
Well, it's
He's
playing him. He's
committed
like,
to
Yep.
the
Okay.
right.
So how many total story points did you
I
burn?
only had 3 left because
So you burned all 3 of
I'm
them.
burning all 3.
Eric, you might house rule this, but it does look like it's supposed to be a possible limited effect according to our cheat sheet.
What does that mean?
It says levels of failure can only be bumped up to an ordinary success,
Oh, I see.
but we could house rule it because that's awesome.
Because it's awesome.
So, oh, I see. Oh, I see what the rules say. So you can spend 1 story. Okay, so that's how it keeps it from breaking. So you can spend 1 story point, and that'll automatically give you a 6. That means you'll hit them, and you won't have to burn all 3. You just burn 1 and you shoot 1.
Okay. Should
As
I
opposed
choose
to-
to burn all 3? It would be pointless. I should
Yeah,
just
because
use 1.
because the rules here state that you can only do it to hit. But if you did burn all 3, I would give you something else to tweak the story. I would say it's not necessary. I would say hold on to them and just burn the 1.
Let's just do the 1.
Okay, cool.
It
Thank
was
you,
a
Amy.
glorious idea for
It was a
moment,
glorious.
But we must have
good
rules,
catch.
mustn't we?
All right, so you're actually going to hit.
Yes.
And so that's 1 success. So you do succeed, but because you barely succeed, it's a success with a complication. So this is
As
what
most
happens.
are.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. You level this plasma rifle and open fire with it. It bucks under your shoulder. This thing kicks, and you feel that sweet warmth of particle energy that vaporizes things fill the air around your face like a warm sun as it spits blue death at these things. This thing bucks back as you fire it.
Name for rifle, Blue Death.
Blue death. Blue death. It is. You
Cannon.
cannon. You pop off 1 shot.
rifle.
It's a hell of a shot,
Yeah.
and
See what you did
it rips. I mean, I'm not even. The damage on this thing is lethal, so you immediately rip through one of these, destroying it utterly. This thing tears through its chest, and you watch it just pop. It's horribly violent, which tickles you slightly. This thing just explodes, limbs going every direction. As it looks like when this bolt hit the center of this thing's body, every molecule in this creature's body all decided at the same time to run in opposite directions. Is kind of what happens. It is a gory disintegration. It explodes all over its comrades and kills the one behind it as well. So you just see this particle rifle, waves of heat fill the corridor, and whatever whatever they were planning on doing this round, this gunshot, this laser blast causes them all to slam on the brakes. One of them is going to try to attack you. It does get close enough.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah. Oh my God. Did anybody else just get chills? Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing your Centauran, but I'm hearing Reinhardt. I can't help it.
Sorry, man. Apologize.
All right.
I gotta change up my laugh.
I know.
Like games.
It's so, that's the emote I always use for Reinhardt, is him laughing. Because that's the way Reinhardt, I think, would battle, is just laughing with that big ass hammer, just going nuts. All right. So I'm
My
going to
wife
need
says
you.
I look like an accountant, but I sound like a monster.
That's adorable.
And we're still married.
And you're still married. You're like, and that is
What
why.
does it say about her type?
I lied. It's really cool. I'm very lucky.
She is very.
You know.
Let us do
Yes.
roll, make a coordination
Yes.
plus athletics check,
I shall roll my coordination and add athletics.
and tell me what you get.
Oh. And where's athletics? 10.
I rolled 2 TARDISes.
Oh, Jesus.
Dun dun dun.
Oh dear.
That's the first 2 TARDIS.
The first 2
rolls again?
TARDISes is try to.
Is the monsters eating you?
All right.
That's what
This
this
thing-
is for. It's exciting.
So what was your roll?
Mine was a 10, I believe, because it's a 4 and the what was it? You wanted me a coordination?
So you
That's
added
8,
added all
and
up.
then there was a 2 for what was athletics?
Right.
Yeah,
10.
10.
Okay. So this is gonna hurt, but not as bad as I thought it was going to.
all right.
Despite the
I
fact
have
that they
a lot
rolled.
of armor, and we have no
That's right. You
saving.
have armor.
Yes, I do.
I should totally factor that in. So what we're gonna do? Let me look at this.
Let's learn
You
together,
are
shall we?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're
Because
wearing
there's a
Centauran armor.
Centauran right there.
You
which I
are
love.
wearing Centauran armor.
Yeah, he's
So
right
okay.
there.
So go ahead and write this on your character sheet. Write
Yes.
it under stuff.
Stuff.
Just write Centauran armor,
Stuff. They really
and
does
it's
say
going to be
stuff.
the equivalent. This is going to be awesome armor because it's Centauran. I'm going to give you. It's going to be the equivalent of SWAT body armor. So it's going to be armor protection 8.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a number.
That is a number. You are. It's Centaurans, man. Okay. So the extraordinary damage that you were about to take is only 1 point. You take 1 point of damage to your strength. So
That's
fill in.
interesting.
Yes. So
Done.
all those little circles, I'm going to show the character sheet to you guys. This is the Doctor Who character sheet. So you'll see that the attributes are listed here, and they have all these great little circles here. There are no hit points in Doctor Who, so much as there are keeping track of your attributes, which those are what take damage. So because you've taken physical damage, this usually splashes out. So you don't just take 1 round of damage. So like you're going to take 1 point of damage to your strength. If you had taken more than that, it would have probably been damage to your maybe your resolve or your core, depending on where the hit lands.
Very nice.
Which I need to roll now, as it bites your. This thing chomps down on your head. My goodness,
Oh.
Well, it's an obvious target.
the only
the
place that
only
wasn't
part-
armored.
Yeah. Oh god.
All right.
Yes, it chomps down on your head, so you would have lost. But you know what? We've already done the armor thing, so I'm gonna say that when this thing bites down, it actually, the teeth kind of enter the side of that big, thick, conical head of yours, but the teeth catch on that big metal collar that goes around the side, and so it doesn't get to sink its teeth in. It's loud in your ear though, as this thing's roaring as it just jumps on top of you.
I'm roaring as well.
If any creature your size being tackled by a monster like this would have gone down as a Centauran, this thing is realizing that it just jumped on a boulder that refuses to move. So it kind of collides with you, thinking that it's going to pounce, and then it's like, you didn't go down. And the bite, you take 1 point of damage to your strength. It would have gone to multiple attributes. But
So
not-
another point of damage off strength?
No,
Or
just the one, sorry.
Wow.
And that's that round of combat. I'm going to real quick
Heavy duty.
at the top of combat. Who's talking? Who's doing talking? What are your intents?
Maybe we take a
I'm
quick break.
talking.
Yeah, you guys want to do the 5-minute break? We were going to set it up for a 5-minute break.
Okay.
I wouldn't say no.
Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Sax, can we do the 5-minute break now? Yeah. It's kind of informal.
Felt
We're just
like
going to
it's
drop
been
that.
eaten by a monster.
No. We
Come
were
back
supposed
soon.
to do that. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break because we've been drinking coffee.
Thank you for that.
And we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
It's
right
a
back.
break.
And we'll be right back.
Taking a break.
Crossing.
Okay.
We are on a break.
You guys can cross camera.
Cover your mind.
Oh,
We're still loved.
we're
by the
not
way.
really on break then?
Say, do we need to turn them off or?
Hold on. No one can see this. I dressed for this.
They still can't see it.
Still can't see it.
Dang it.
We'll take pictures. We're of still the live, one. No, the operator's gonna do it for you. Here, you look, stand here. Hey, Sax.
Yeah.
I should probably tell our friends that we're still loved. Yeah? Okay. I'll go let them know. Okay, audience. We're still loved. Be with us.
Should I stand near you?
They can still
Would
have
that help?
everything you're saying. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Very
Because
good.
that's how we roll.
Hi there. Why don't you kill those lavs? And all right, so
Except mine.
except hers. We're using lavs. It's fun. Next week on Geek and Sundry, we have all the shows you love in their regular time slots, including new for this year's AXYB return, which is on Wednesdays, and of course this show, which is on Fridays. I should remind everyone that tonight's Gather Your Party is at 7 o'clock, and it's in the main studio, so we'd love to have you come play with us. And that's pretty much it. I'm waiting for them to get you a mic. I'm sure you have things to do break-wise.
I might, yes.
Yeah. How are you otherwise?
Good.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
You having a good
I'm
time?
not looking at the damn screen.
No, it just has rules. You're allowed to see rules.
That's fair.
They're the same rules you play with.
Yeah.
All right, cool. They're scrambling back there, maybe? They're figuring
I
something
forgot
out.
to... Thank you all who are watching. Has there been anything good in chat that we've missed?
No, I mean people have been sending you bits, and they're very happy about
thank
that,
you.
and they are loving the show. All
I
the
hate not being
characters
able to
going
see
well.
you guys, but I get very distracted, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah. Well,
Chat.
now that I've noticed that your chat tries to actively distract you. Like
Well,
they say things in
they've
chat to try and
caught
throw
on.
you off. Hi,
Yes.
just hold on to this. Go enjoy your time.
Mwah.
And yeah, and presumably my fine folks there that are off stage. Okay, good. Okay, so as I was saying, all of next week is just as you enjoy it, and it will continue for the rest of the month. We have all the great shows. This will be the first time that Dick and Johnson and Ready Bet Go and Robot Teammate are back for the year, so we're looking forward to great shows there. Actually, Amy Dallen is the guest on Dick and Johnson this week. We are going to be putting a poll up real soon as to which character she will end up being, which is going to be fantastic. And then we have all your regular shows going forward throughout the week. We have some cool guests coming up on things like Game Engine and on Game the Game, which should be fun, including some great developers. And so, yeah. Just generally speaking, we're trying to hit this year as hard as we can. It's still new gear in the new year, including new sets, as you can see, and new green screen, which I'm hoping is still happening behind me. That would be weird if it wasn't. And we're trying to do our best to sort of bring you guys the content that you love and sort of push the channel to go even further than it was before, and doing, you know, little great things here and there. So, hey, Ryan, come here for a sec. Sure. Everyone, it's Ryan, and I... What? Oh my God. You look so good.
You do too.
You look so good.
You look really good. You know what's funny? So, we actually didn't coordinate this. I walked in, and our new TD chief, he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna laugh whenever Sax comes back in." I'm like, "Why are you gonna laugh?" And then Sax walks by the door, like going from point A to point B. I go, "Oh God damn it!"
Yeah, surprise, surprise. A little bit of behind the scenes magic. The pit crew always had to tell each other what they were going to wear. This actually happened. Magic.
And I wore this shirt the other day.
Target guys, it's great. You are you're on AXYB with me.
Right. Right.
So it turns out 2 of the original hosts are actually back already next week.
Yeah, and one of them's going to return once things
Yeah.
alter. They're like, there's things that need to change, and that can bring another one of the hosts back. And I'm really, really excited to see that person back because we haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, so we're working on a lot of cool things. So the thing is Max has already voluntarily stepped down.
Right.
To let Becca return to AXYB. And I think that I'm going to keep Blythe on that show because AXY Blythe is too good of a thing.
What are you trying to tell me right now?
I'm saying we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors for it. We don't have to now. We can prepare ourselves. Or chat could vote. Hey, Denova.
No, don't let them decide. We should decide amongst ourselves like men.
All right, yeah. We'll decide like men.
We'll decide like men. Do you have a white glove?
Eric, do you want to take your show back?
Sure, we're still coming back from break. I'm just going to walk in
That's fine.
Crossing.
Yay! All right, you guys can put Eric back on. He can tell us more about his show.
So turn that mic on.
Yeah.
We're still coming back from break. I like how chill the show is. You know, it's good that we can just chill out and good stuff. How you feeling about the game? How are you guys liking the game? It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great.
I like the dice system.
I mean, it's you've got the tone like kind of dead on, and
Oh,
you know,
suck.
what?
This should have been The Evil Dead meets Doctor Who. Oh, that would be an interesting crossover, wouldn't it? So we're still waiting for everybody to get back.
That'd be pretty great.
Yeah. So I want to point out, this is Duncan's, as far as I know, this is Duncan's very first time playing an RPG.
We were actually talking about it before the show.
Has he played something else?
He hasn't played in 30 years, and
Oh.
apparently, and I don't want to steal his story, but what the heck, he's not here. He used to play with Matt Mercer's mom.
Are you kidding me?
Back in the day, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Small world, right?
What?
Yeah. There may be more to that story, but that part
He
of
used to play with Matt Mercer's mom?
Yeah?
Darren used to play with Matt's parents. Did you know that?
No.
Darren used to play D&D with Matt's parents.
That's
what
incredible.
in the fuck?
I have no idea.
That is so. Did you know that Duncan apparently played with Matt's parents as well?
All I said is
you
that
know
you
about
had
that?
history. That's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hadn't said anything else.
No, we did. Yeah. With his mother. I was an apprentice at the Burt Reynolds Theater, and Laurie came in halfway through, and Matt's grandmother was Burt's assistant.
Oh, okay.
And his dad, ran lights after I was there, and so was this. He grew up there at that theater.
That's
but
amazing.
The first time I ever played D&D was between. I think we were talking about that outside. It was between shows, and Matt's mom played, and the second time she watched, and it was just like.
That's wacky. I can't believe. And then Mike was just saying that Duncan played with Matt's mom.
You said that.
Wait, who?
No.
What?
No.
I thought you just told me that Duncan used to play with Matt's parents.
No, he did.
You said Darren.
Darren.
Oh,
Darren. You said Duncan.
Yeah, I meant that.
Oh, different one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I was so blown away. I was
No,
like,
no,
how's
no,
that
no, no, no.
possible?
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought that
No,
was.
he's
Well, anyway,
cool
that was
in
the show,
different
guys.
ways.
Oh.
That's not that.
Oh, were we on? Were we?
Oh yeah, we're on.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yeah, no, we're totally casual right now.
Here I'm just like bloody 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 blow to blow.
Sax, I'm correct. We're still on, yeah?
Yeah, you're still.
Yeah, we're
Sorry
still,
about that, everyone.
We're
I'm
just
talking
chilling,
about-
guys.
I'm just talking about stuff. I apologize.
Everyone likes to usually go to
Here.
title card when we do this kind of stuff, but no,
apologize.
you guys can see it.
You guys sprung the break on me earlier, so I didn't have a chance to build one.
It's true. We
That's
didn't
all right.
warn anybody we were going to break, so we're like, you know what? Let's just treat this like it's a game at somebody's house. We're just gonna go on break.
That's what we're doing.
This,
Sorry.
This gives us a great opportunity, actually, because the chat has been. No one can hear me. The chat has been asking for a recap of what's happened so far.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
A recap of what has happened so far. So the game
None of
began
us know
with
anything.
Darren. What's that?
None of us know anything. Ah.
Previously on Battlestar
And,
Galactica. Wait.
I know Matt's family from before.
Yes. It's so crazy. I spent Christmas with Matt and Marisha. They took me in as an orphan, and I got to hang with his parents. And
In Hawaii?
no, they came out.
Oh.
They came out to L.A. And it's
I
like,
was gone. 'Cause I
oh
hadn't
yeah,
seen
I know.
Laurie
He
in-
brought that up. But I got to hang with Matt Mercer's parents, and those are some of the sweetest hippie people I ever met in my life. Those are some really.
I would say the ingredients for a Matt Mercer must be fairly good-natured and wonderful.
Oh, they're
They were.
Right?
There was a
Like-
great moment where we
And
were
good
opening.
looking.
There was a
And good
brilliant.
looking.
There was a brilliant
That was
moment.
good.
Well,
There was a brilliant moment. We were opening presents, and Matt's brother is trying to figure out how to open the gift. And so he looked over at his mom and just like, okay, how do you want to do this? And I looked at Matt and I went, ah! And Matt was just like,
He's the only. My wife is a wonderful dancer. I only dance in shows, and it was the Geek and Sundry party at Comic-Con,
Right.
And I was sitting in the corner, looking, lost like I do, and Matt was like, "You are dancing. We are dancing together right now." And he pulled me out on the floor, and I think it was "Take Me On" or something.
Oh, that's
and we
fantastic.
were going down. I'm just like, okay, this is a really good memory, and that's what he does. I
yes,
mean, he just-
it's not an act, guys. Mercer is one of the nicest damn
Nicest
people on
people.
the planet. Before I jump.
Floridians, yay, Floridians!
Before I jump into
Oh, yeah.
before I jump into the recap, I just want to say that one of these days I want to push for you, Matt Mercer, and Doug Jones to have a nice off. I want
Nice
to
fight!
like 3 insanely nice people enter an
Sax, I'm
arena.
pitching that show.
We
Nice
gotta
fight, nice fight.
and
Yeah.
we see who politely leaves first. I'm guessing nobody, because no, please. That's what I would guess. Anyway.
There's
Nicest,
a lot of nice
you guys
Three
see
people,
lots of
one
nice
piece
people.
of cake. What
Yeah.
will happen?
Oh, no,
Okay, recap on Doctor Who as we jump back into the game. We're going back into the adventure. Thanks for sticking around for us on our very first episodes. As you can see, we're really informal today, and we're just kind of like having fun and doing whatever the hell.
Get
This
eaten
is
by
where we
monsters?
started.
Yeah.
So the recap is this for everybody who's been joining us or wants a quick refresher. The game begins when our group here woke up in a mysterious room. They had no memory of who they were or why they were there or what their history was. Over the course of their travels to try to get from room to room to room, they've discovered various pieces of technology and bizarre things embedded in the wall, so much so that it's become kind of insane. The place looks like it's an amalgamy of all things from across the universe combined into what could be accurately described as a giant junkyard that's been like hollowed out and is just floating and God knows where. As they're exploring all of this, they've been slowly regaining back pieces of their memory. Darren DePaul is playing our Centauran, Velig, the librarian.
Third librarian.
Third librarian. Third librarian.
Why
We have
not?
Amy, who's playing a woman who doesn't know what the hell is going on and is trying to figure this the hell out. We have Duncan, who's playing a man who doesn't know what the hell is going on and trying to figure this the hell out.
The humans
Then-
are really behind. on
The
this
humans are
everything.
totally behind on what's
Humans
happening
are
right now.
behind.
Oh man, Flight of the
Humans
Conchords.
are dead.
I will totally take a Flight of the Conchords reference any day of the week. And then we have Michael, who is playing Bargle Bill, an alien mechanic, sort of like tech wizard, who's slowly starting to come to figure out where the hell they are. And then the NPC, whose name is Rocococo. So if you want to remember how that name works, say Rocococo and just keep saying Coco until it feels like, no, I had to have said it too many times. That's when you've said it the right number of times.
That is the
Rococo.
perfect mnemonic for that.
Yes.
Rococo.
Rocococo.
Coco.
Yeah.
Rococo.
What they have since discovered is
Gently
that
down the stream.
oh my God, that'll totally work. What they've since discovered about the place that they're in this giant, what has been described as a stomach for a reality-eating life form that has somehow become trapped in this universe after some kind of massive cataclysmic event took place in time and space that brought it here. It's from outside known reality and does not belong. It's a predatorial thing that feeds on reality. And being stuck here, something in the center of this thing has actualized it. It's caused it to form and take shape when it's not supposed to have shape. And so as a result, it's slowly dying and eating itself alive. And what's happening is as it's breaking down, things are falling out of the walls and things that have been absorbed into it are getting loose, which takes us to the last scene where we left off, which is where right when they were starting to put things together, they were attacked by these bizarre alien creatures with no eyes and multiple limbs and large teeth, because that's kind of like the default scary creature in every movie ever. And as it's coming down the hallway, our Centauran, Velig, decided to introduce him to his brand new rifle. He is now named
Blue Death.
Blue Death. He vaporized two of them. He disintegrated one of them, blew them up in a nice gory mess, which pleased you. The one behind it met a similar end, and if there was any behind it, probably the same. Right before we went to our little 5-minute break, one of these creatures had leapt onto the Centauran and tried to bite down on his massive dome head and got a mouthful of metal collar as the Centauran is completely armored up in that blue armor that they wear. And that is where we pick up. This thing has bitten down on you. It got a mouthful of metal. It did 1 point of strength damage, which is incredibly forgiving. And we start now at the top of the round. Before we move to this round, I'll tell you now that the others, their intent, I'll tell you right now, their intent is they are going to take a doer action as opposed to a combat action. The ones behind this thing, stop. Because watching you vaporize, now they're certain you're not prey. They know exactly that you are a threat. Plus, they just watched one of their comrades leap on top of you and try to bite your head off, and nothing happened, which is, oh. So they're kind of, so these creatures have kind of begun to realize they may have literally tried to bite off more than they chew. Their friend,
No, I'll allow it.
Yeah, all right. You can have that one.
The one on top of you, however, is going to select the fight action. He's going to try harder to get into that metal. That's their intention. What are you guys' intention?
Fight.
It's just occurred
Fight.
to me.
What's up?
Sorry. Is this a situation where, like, I'm stuck? I've got 3 hallways. The map is a bit behind me. Can I spend a story point to have a good instinct about one of these hallways, or remember what that map looked like?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Great.
Yes, that
that's
is-
what I'm gonna do.
Burn a story point.
Yeah.
Okay, so this round, what are you wanting to get from that story point? You just want to have, so you're gonna do like a doer action then and choose a hallway to go down?
Yes, and to direct everybody towards the
Okay.
center.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I'm just gonna call you Coco.
Coco, Coco. Yeah, Coco.
Just gonna call you Coco. I was gonna ask you. Look at the map. Which one of these corridors should we run down?
You're talking then.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so Rocococo is also going to do talking this round. For those of you, real quick, as part of the recap, for anybody who's joining us who's confused as hell by what's happening right now, initiative in Doctor Who works very differently. It works very cinematically in sync with the show. So in this game, talkers go first, then doers.
No,
I'm sorry,
runners.
talkers first, then runners. So if you're running or moving, runners go next. Then doers, so if you're pulling an action or sonicking or anything like that, or taking cover. And then fighters go last. If there's ever a simultaneous action, it's just a simple die roll, or if it's linked up, mostly all you have to do is just look at a character sheet and find out who has the highest coordination. If it's tie, then it's a die roll. Or you guys just go simultaneously. I don't think it's a die roll, actually. I think you just go simultaneously. So that's what's going on. So we have our talkers first. You've said, you've asked Rocococo, which hallway?
Yeah.
Rocococo is going to ask to stop for a second and just look and goes, and you're doing as well. You're going to do, okay, and you're picking a hallway.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what happened. You go, which hallway? And Rocococo goes, and at the exact same moment that Amy says it, you both go, that one, at the exact same time. Try that one. And then you're running, right?
No, I'm doing.
I'm sorry, I asked you like 4 times.
It's okay.
You're doing. So, okay, cool. So that's you guys. We're gonna cut straight to Darren.
Oh, goodness.
So you're gonna go first because your coordination is higher than this guy's.
Wait, what are you
what did
doing?
you do?
No.
What's that?
What did he do?
You asked if I was
You
doing-
chose the hallway, right?
No.
I
He was
chose
a
the
doer.
hallway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
Yeah.
you were picking which hallway to go down.
No.
That was.
He
that was.
talked, I did.
talked to you.
No,
Okay.
no. It's all right.
Okay, so
what
what
do
do
you
you?
Well, I would like to spend a couple of story points.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
And what I'm going to do is just try and get a look at the ceiling, especially over where the creatures are coming for Velig here. And I want to see if there's like some sort of cabling or something, or like a length of something I can start pulling on to maybe alter their environment further down the line, like maybe sort of try and bring the ceiling down on top of them or something.
Like maybe you can find something that's connected to the entryway of the hall
Yeah,
that you guys
yeah,
are in. How many story points are you gonna spend?
How many would you like me to spend?
It's a sort of a plot twist,
point.
so
I was gonna say 2.
doesn't bend reality too dramatically. No, that would actually be 3.
Okay. I have 3 to burn.
You got 3 to burn. You can do it. So you
right.
burn 3. So okay. So you're like you're seeing the Centauran stand
Yeah.
in front of an onrush of enemy, obviously like meat-eating monsters that
From
are just-
beyond reality.
Yeah. That are basically trying to. And Centauran doesn't seem all that concerned as this thing is biting on the side of his head. You see what exactly as you described, a series of cables, maybe from a craft or a ship or something that
Sure.
crashed or got tangled up, but these wires kind of hanging down like dead snakes, just sloping down out of the ceiling. Your first instinct is to grab them. The moment you grab them, I'm going to give you take 1 stun damage to your resolve as an electrical current immediately flows into your hands as you grab these things.
Perfect.
It's live. And as you touch it, you take that stun damage and and your muscles tense up.
Right.
You take the pull, you jerk on it. Sure enough, this thing runs the length. It's like a cable that runs the length of the walls here. As you pull it, it's not going to have the desired effect of bringing down the hallway. Instead, what you notice is as you jerk it out, the room begins to compensate again as it does.
Okay.
So you jerk this thing out of the wall, and the room immediately, all this stuff crumbles. You see pieces of metal, pieces of diamonds falling out of the wall, and the room just goes and begins to fold in on itself. And Darren, you suddenly realize that the hallway you're in is starting to close right in front of you. It's closing all the other monsters off and leaving you with this just one. That's what 3 story points will get you.
Great.
Yeah.
I feel like that was well spent.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done, Bugaboo.
So that's yours.
Yes.
So now, as this thing is closing, the other monsters are screeching. You can see that they're kind of like, do we go? Do we stay? Do we go? Do we stay? Like, do they go underneath? Remember that moment in The Simpsons when the dome glass is coming down to, like, in the movie? When the guy doesn't know if he wants to be in or out.
Yeah.
So, like, this is kind of the same thing where the monsters aren't sure if they want to leap and try to get through or not chance it. Either way, they don't get to act till next turn. Darren, you're up. This thing is on top of you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to fight it.
Okay, you have the particle rifle in your hand.
Yeah, but I don't think I can do that because
You probably
that's-
couldn't butt it. This thing is on top of you. It's kind of like you're kind of like strapping this thing up to the side.
So you could grab for it, but no, his arms might not be long enough.
If you do a good enough roll or burn a story point or whatever, it's entirely possible you could do just about any. You guys are grappled right now, so it's entirely possible if whatever you're imagining, you could pull it off.
Where they're behind me.
Yes, they're about by now. I would say they're probably about 50 to 60 feet.
All right, I'm thinking cinematically. I'm just gonna pitch forward.
Okay.
It's here, and I'm just gonna try and, like a wrestler, go bam.
Okay. Roll it.
And I'm not using story points. I'm
Okay.
just gonna see what happens.
This is going to be a straight up
because he's a
strength-
heavy thing with a heavy head. Let's see what happens.
So roll strength fighting.
Okay, oh, that's nice.
So add your fighting roll to that because you're using hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, good. This was still that. And fighting. 18.
18.
Wow.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah, I was like,
So
I
folks,
pretty much already
take a
had
chance.
don't pick
do
a fight
not
with
fist
Centauri
fight a
in my
Centaurian.
wrestling.
A Centaurian in the WWE would shock the hell out of like Goldberg or something. They wouldn't see that coming.
That's the reference we. Not like Mandy Macho Man said.
Oh yeah.
Don't fist fight a Centaurian. Oh yeah, you'll be pile driven into the ground with the mega powers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is everything I've ever wanted. A Centaurian Randy the Macho Man Savage. Oh my God. You
Yes. What have I done now?
with that roll,
Yes.
and I rolled his contested check. This is basically what happens. This thing chomps down on top of you. You kind of set the rifle aside, pick this thing up. You just tear it off of you. For anybody watching, it's a little absurd looking because you're watching a stout creature of about 4 feet average in height lift a creature that is clearly 6.5 feet up over its head and slam it down on the ground. Darren, as this thing hits the ground, it slams there, and as it screeches at you, that wall goes right onto its head. Just and it goes immediately goes limp. You hear that sweet, satisfactory crunching sound of a skull being pulverized inside of what must have been rock and sheet metal. And that delightful twitch as the nervous system completely gives way and goes dead. Another victory for the Centaurian Empire.
Exactly. Out of nowhere, the Rancor Keeper comes up with his friend.
No.
Starts crying. Why do I keep losing?
That was a lovely. Thank you. That was a lovely play. It was very exciting.
Yes. So you turn around, got your rifle back.
Yes.
As you guys,
I believe I've accomplished something. I have discovered a thing.
as you guys are running in fear, I believe I have it from behind you. You're shouting.
Hello. Hello.
My
That's
goodness, Velig.
That's the end of the round. At the end of the round, you all reach, except for you, who is you.
Right.
Yeah. You guys reach the. You just stepped inside the hallways to run into, and you hear that shouting, and Rocococo stops and just goes, "Oh, well done."
What were those things?
Not sure. And about that point, you guys notice Burgle is.
You all right?
My first thought is to go over to all the cables and whatnot on the ground and try and salvage something out of it that
Okay.
might be useful later.
Okay, you walk over to the cables. You can tell, you kind of put 2 and 2 together, judging from Burgle's behavior, and from what you see as you're looking at, you also hear kind of a.
Yeah, it's
You realize
live
they're
and
live.
it's useful.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you gonna try to do?
I don't know, but I have this instinctive idea that there's something that we could do with this. If it was able to shut the door, then maybe we are able to control other aspects of the environment with this thing.
It's possible. He was able to do it because he did damage the wall enough that the wall compensated for itself.
Yeah.
But the cable hasn't been completely freed
Exactly.
from the cavern. So it's entirely possible that if you can find a way to pull this thing out even more.
Well,
you
he's the strong guy who's wearing armor that would probably protect him from the shocks. So I'm going to suggest that he come and yank it out of the
Excuse
wall
me,
or
could
ceiling.
you pull
or
this
whatever.
live wire out of the ceiling, please?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you give this a tug and
Of course
see what
I could.
happens? Yeah.
Okay.
I shall do that.
All right.
Are you
guys-
sure you wouldn't prefer me just to shoot it with Blue Death, my
no.
newly named plasma rifle?
There's no need for that.
All right.
At the same time, if I can consult with Rook, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Rook,
Coco.
can you show us that map again?
Oh yeah, it's still up. And it holds it up to you. They kind of.
How far are we from the thing? What can I learn from the?
You look at the map, and from Rokokoko's map, you devise that whatever they have done to put this map together, it's become a little difficult to read. I'm going to say make an ingenuity science roll. No, this would be technology. Make a
Okay.
technology check.
Now, there was a slip
good
there. I
at
don't
that.
want to. You said it is. Do we
Rokokoco
notice?
is sort of non-binary specific from what you can
okay.
tell, so it's they would be
They,
the appropriate way.
Yeah, okay.
You kind of get the impression from Rokokoco that they could be male or female. So they would be appropriate in this.
Lizard person with tree bark, right?
Yeah, like lizard scales, tree bark, and stuff like that.
I'd
we're
also like to
clones.
help with this role if I could, or kind of do the same.
Um,
or am I
yes.
still kind of?
No, I'll let you do it. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give us.
Background that while they work on the wall thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you go over there and you're kind of like conferring with this human female. Go ahead and give yourself a plus. What's your rating?
In what? Ingenuity?
Ingenuity. Or no, in technology.
Technology is 4.
You're very technical.
Indeed.
So I'm going to go ahead. This is kind of a house. I'm just doing like a fly-by house rule. Go ahead and give yourself a +4 to the roll.
Okay.
Because he's going to sit there and like, oh yes.
Yeah.
I need to
But
check.
with
one
it-
of
Is he a
my
beetle?
traits.
That's how the thing-
the last time I saw a divorce like this.
There's no limit to what you can imagine.
I know. I should have like, let's let the British guy actually do this one. So what do you?
Oh, that was not a good accent.
No.
That was a comedic one.
Oh, is that?
my
I love.
friend.
Dude, I love
It's
it when.
rubbish.
My favorite moments when working with you were when you would walk into the store and just do like the super over the top like Monty Python. Good afternoon. Afternoon, Squire. What was the character's name in Monty Python? While Amy looks that up, the one that was all nasty, who always wore the trench coat.
Gumby.
And was it?
The Gumby with the
No,
suspenders or no?
He was played by Michael Palin, but he had like the gray trench coat, and he was disgusting, and he was always like coughing, like.
Sorry, Squad, dogged on your
Yeah,
car.
Cobb.
That one,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
I
Mr.
love that
oh.
guy. Can't remember his name. Someone in chat's probably screaming
Yeah.
it right now.
Sorry.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I
either.
loved it. He did a sketch where he was marrying a young woman and she was like fawning over him and he's like, "Oh, clean public lavatories for a living."
Yes.
I love
So-
that character.
Is
so why
there,
do
is
you
there
want-
room for advancement? Next year they give me a brush.
Yes, that's the sketch.
So why do you want to marry my daughter? Oh, I haven't had it in weeks.
God,
I'm pretty sure I
my
saw
door.
that one as a kid and I was like, what?
yeah, what is it?
What's he talking about?
What were you trying to look up, Amy?
Oh, I got tech adept and I couldn't remember what the
Oh
effect
yeah,
was.
you get bonuses, right?
Yes, I get. Well, it says to use the complex gadgets or equipment.
Ken
I don't know if that
Shabby.
applies here.
Yes, that's what it was.
Ken Shabby. Yes.
Oh my God.
Rolodex, Rolodex, Ken Shabby.
Gain a story point. I'm gonna throw
Shabby.
another story point. I'm dead serious.
All right.
What
so
does that have to do
for our
with
viewers at
Don't
home,
argue,
so
don't
far,
argue. Take a
I'm
point.
the-
so
I'm the
far we
storyteller.
get our story points are generated by musicals and Monty Python
Yes.
quotes.
Welcome to Eric's TBD
All right.
RPG.
Oh.
That's the
No.
TBD part.
All right. Love it.
So yes, no, but at this point, I think it's actually a good idea to give you, if you guys spend any story points, I'll give you all a story point back.
Okay.
Because you guys have been doing a brilliant job role playing and sticking to your characters and having fun, and so I'll go ahead and reward that now. I'm not sure if you're supposed to award that by the end of the game, but whatever. It's my game, damn it.
TBD RPG.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So what did you? So you're gonna make your roll now, Amy?
If this counts as using sufficiently complex machinery for the trait to apply, which I don't know.
Yes, it's alien tech. You've never used it before. Go ahead and make your.
So I get +2 and +4 from you helping.
So +7 total,
This
or
is going
6
to be
total.
exciting. And it's
3 stuff.
ingenuity tech.
Yes. Here we go.
This is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
And I got our favorite combo.
What the hell?
No idea.
What does that mean?
7, 16.
What you got? What you got? What you got for me?
26.
Ooh.
Well,
26.
what time would you like your coffee, Ms. Dallen?
You know what? You're looking at it and you go, it's here. You triangulate exactly where the disturbance is coming from. There is something, it's not far from you guys. There's something very close by. This technology, it is pretty, I would say this technology is having difficulty mapping the area. Whatever it's using, sonic impulses or whatever the hell, it is having trouble keeping track because you do notice that tunnels are changing off and on. But you're actually able to understand exactly where reality is being solidified. There seems to be like a beacon in the dead center. There's a couple actually. It looks like there's a power source nearby the same area. From everything that you see, if everything that Rocococo has told you is true, then whatever is at the center of this, whatever the hell it is, it's probably moving, its central complex is probably located exactly where you're headed. Its brain or its storage or whatever the hell. Everything is going, the place you're trying to get to is more than just a place where reality is actualizing. It looks like it's the place where everything is happening. And you guys are not far. You actually, with that kind of a roll, you're able to find the safest path, the quickest path there.
I know where to go. Look, it's right there.
All right then, let's go.
At this point, are we even risking yanking this thing, this
Does it
cable
help?
out?
Is there a thing, like, do I know, like, can you open the wall there? Would that help?
Maybe. Actually, go ahead and this would probably be I would say this would probably be a knowledge roll.
Knowledge.
Oh, maybe it would be science.
For whom?
For me or for
These
Velen?
guys with the wall?
I would say this is probably a science check. So I would say roll ingenuity and science.
Whom?
So if I'm saying, like, if we could only get right through there.
So go, yeah. So
Who's rolling for it? Is it
I would
me or
say
Velen?
both of you roll.
Okay.
Okay.
In fact, anybody who wants to try to help here, you can roll.
Ingenuity and science?
Yeah, ingenuity and science. Tell me what you get.
I got it again. The
Dalican TARDIS?
Yeah.
19.
Oh, and
Nice.
ingenuity?
19, yeah.
11.
11. Okay, cool.
13.
20.
20.
You appear to be very good with that machine. Does this help you remember who you are?
I've got nothing.
I was going to say, if this is what you do and you
You're-
don't remember anything, we're in for quite a surprise when you do.
Wait till I
Yes.
remember I'm an idiot. That'll be sad.
Amy, you're a human that seems to know tech pretty well. It's
Yeah?
coming to you pretty naturally.
Perhaps you are a technician.
I knew I was very happy when I heard you were a curator. So I must like information of some kind. but
Perhaps you
It's
are
not relevant now.
a technician, curator. Is any of this causing you?
Anyway,
I
let's.
appreciate it very much. Let's focus on the task at hand.
Focus on my hand. It is doing a task.
You're very close. Can you open this wall right here?
Of course I can open that wall.
Yeah. It's almost like Blue Death said, yes.
Yeah.
Sure enough, yeah. You with those two rolls, with the combination, this wire does seem to be connected. It's still inside the walls. It's entirely possible that with the combination of Blue Death and pulling on this wire, you could conceivably open up a fourth option. Not sure where it'll lead you, but if anything is, if you're to follow the evidence that's been laid out before you, one thing I'll tell you this with that roll. One thing you've noticed is, even though this thing that you're in isn't supposed to be here, it looks like it's fighting against the rules of reality, but reality's fighting back. It could explain why you are inexplicably finding pieces of your past. It's like you guys are reconnecting to what is supposed to be you in reality. It's possible that using Blue Death and pulling on this cord, it's possible you might inadvertently open a tunnel that could take you straight to where you're going. It's also possible you're going to open a tunnel that this place is not going to be mapped, and you could go, who knows what lays outside of this thing. So it's up to you.
Is there any, with Rococo, anything with the cylinder that we're getting?
They just kind of hold up the cylinder and go, not really. All I know is that everything she said was brilliant.
What does the cylinder do again?
It's displaying a map.
It's
it looks
just
like
the map.
It's almost look like a scroll that just
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
projecting a map up.
Cool.
And it's got a bunch of data readings on it
Okay.
of all this data output that they've taken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, I'd see.
So what do we do? Do we take the path that we know goes where we need to go, but it could be longer, or do we try to forge our own way that could be shorter but more dangerous?
Shorter and dangerous.
Yeah.
That is what I am.
Dangerous. Get out of here quicker.
Yes.
It's true. I don't know how much longer we have here. This place
Yeah,
could just
exactly.
disintegrate in moments, or we could be solidified inside of a giant rock inside of God. I mean, I don't even know where
It's
we
not
are.
like that long way is going to be safe. I mean, you
I
saw
am shorter
those
than
things
all of
back
you,
there.
and more dangerous.
That's a good point.
Well, look at it this way. If we're all going to get consumed by non-existence, we might as well do it interestingly, right?
Yes.
Well said.
couldn't
Let's
agree
try it.
more.
I know I arrived here somehow. I mean, I found this thing in space, and I arrived here. So it's conceivable that wherever we are, outside of this thing could just be the void of space. That's something to keep in mind too. I mean, I arrived here
Do
on a
we
ship.
have to keep that in mind?
Well,
I mean, I'd
mean,
rather not think about that.
I
yet.
like breathing and not, combusting and dying in the vacuum. Preferred.
Yeah.
But does it look according to the map?
Yeah.
So if we could break through here, does it look according to the map like we would get closer?
It looks like it.
If you
to
do
me.
a hell of a roll, there's no reason. Like I said, if you make a damn good roll, it's conceivable that if your theory about reality responding that you guys have kind of started to piece together, if your theory is right, then you guys could probably find a straight shot to where you need to go. There's also a possibility you open, as you're starting to learn,
a portal to hell.
a portal. You find yourselves in Sunnydale, and this becomes a whole new game.
I was thinking the
Reality
underneath.
TV.
Underneath, yeah.
Or the
Oh yeah,
upside down,
yeah.
upside
Yeah.
down.
The upside down. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that you could end up taking a longer route if you try this. If you fail a roll, it's possible that you find more creatures. It's possible that you open a passageway straight to the void of space, which might be lingering on the outside of this creature's thing, this boundary.
I think what we have learned in our short time together is that anything is possible. All we must do is try.
Let's do it.
That was beautiful.
Let's.
We don't have much time. Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can spend story points to add dice here, right? We only get one shot at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Only one of you can spend a story point for this. So
Okay.
pick who wants to. So it's going to be a combined effort. So I'm going to give you a +2 to this because we got one person who's. I mean, it's a wacky theory. You're basically pulling on a cable to try to cause a disruption to open another tunnel, on top of hoping that your theory that it's going to triangulate correctly. You're also going to have to find whoever pulls in this cable. This is so wacky.
Yes.
The show.
Yeah, that's Doctor Who. Whoever pulls in this cable is also you're gonna have to be willing to take some damage because it's a live cable.
I shall pull on the cable.
I volunteer.
Volunteers tribute.
I don't really see why we should stop him. I mean, he's volunteered, I mean.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
The Centauran volunteers. Very good.
All right.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I'm a Centauran. This is what we do. We are always sure. Except when we are not. Then, we are not sure. I shall pull on the cable.
Rococo seems lost in that for a second. It's like, that makes sense to me, actually.
Of course it does. I'm a Centauran. We always make sense. Except when we do not make sense. Then, we do not make sense. However, when we do make sense, the sense is made.
Brilliant.
It really doesn't matter to think too much on it. Just let him pull the cable
Oh,
already.
right. Yeah, sorry. No, sorry. Yeah. All right.
I shall pull the cable.
Pull the cable! Call the locksmith!
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and this is going to be a strength athletics check. Oh, you know what?
What? What are we doing?
Actually,
Actually, it's a dramatic pause. It makes good television. What's happening?
Help me know what to.
pulling the cable is not going to be a problem. It's pulling it right.
Oh,
So,
sure.
Gonna do it.
Let's go crazy. Let's make this a.
Ladies and gentlemen
This is
in the
all
viewing
theoretical.
audience, we're about to go crazy.
Let's
Just
go
so you know,
crazy.
we're about to go
All right,
crazy.
I'm gonna make this. This is a strange combination. I'm gonna make this a strength science roll. You're gonna basically try to triangulate using the map, get a good idea of how to like yank this cable. The other thing is there's so many variables, you don't know where this cable is leading.
And he's also going to be burning story points to add extra dice, right? Is that the determination?
So if you burn, I believe if you burn a story point.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm on burning story points.
You're not?
I am burning them.
Oh,
Okay.
so if you burn a story point, you're
Yes.
going to get 2 extra dice to roll.
Good.
A single roll.
All right. So I need. Can I borrow yours?
And each additional story point you burn after that gives you 1 more die.
All right. I'm gonna burn 1.
Okay,
To
cool.
start.
That gives you plus 2d6.
Okay. So we
So
How are
got
you
let's
doing on
see
points? 'Cause we can't
if
donate
reality
them to-
responds
we got
the way you guys are hoping.
that. We got. I'm not even looking at it yet.
Never even looking.
I'm not even looking at
The
it.
suspense.
I got
Not a bad start.
that.
What'd you get?
We've got 8, 10, 12 plus what?
Strength and science.
It's going to be strength and science.
15,
This is going to be very.
17,
This is going to be hard.
21.
You hit the target number of hard. The hard. I'm not kidding. Hard target number is 21.
Okay.
We're going crazy, ladies
I'm
and
not kidding.
gentlemen.
Oh, you heard me announce it before he gave me the die roll. The hard difficulty number is 21.
Oh my god.
You nailed it. However, you only just nailed it. So
So,
you
Yes,
succeed, but
basically my career. You succeed,
but
but welcome to acting.
yeah.
Difficulty hard.
You yank on this cord. You are going to, Darren, you're going to take 1 point of strength and 1 point of coordination stun damage. So you can just write an S in those little circles if you want.
Oh,
Because that comes back.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting an
You
S.
took 1 point of damage from when the thing bit you. Now you're taking stun damage. So you just write S in the circles to keep track of that.
Oh,
Because that
okay.
heals up real fast.
I don't have to erase them.
When does it come back and how?
Stunning damage comes back a lot easier. Stunning damage is like getting punched in the face. Like maybe a
Yeah.
couple of rounds and it'll come back. The lethal damage you took, the bite, that's probably gonna take a day or so to heal. You've got a nice little puncture wound in the side, but
It
it's
suits
fine.
you though.
But
does.
it's pretty epic watching the Centauran grab a live wire from the inside of a reality devouring monster, being electrocuted, yanks on the side of this thing. You tug on this cord, and what you notice as you're pulling it is that it coils inside the wall. And so as you yank on it, it literally goes and creates this huge gaping hole. And you guys watch the map go. It just creates this tunnel that goes straight to where you're going. And you're like, there's a moment of complete exaltation as it works. Straight to where you guys need to go. You guys basically draw a straight line instead of having to do the twisty turny thing. You could run there. You could run straight down the hall in a matter of moments. In fact, as you see this tunnel open up going straight down, you realize at the very bottom you can see to the end an area. It looks like flat surface where reality has formed, and you see lights down below. But
Right.
as you watch that tunnel, you suddenly see another tunnel and another tunnel and another tunnel, and everything begins to branch. The tunnel is stable for now. You guys are going to have to run. To get to the end of it before this place begins to start falling apart.
So I'm holding it
Because
open.
this dramatic action of ripping
Yeah.
open a tunnel in this formed reality, it looks like you may have just broken the camel's back with the final straw kind of deal.
I would say.
I'll take
After
back
you.
that you're welcome.
So it forms, and there's like this, and then you hear, and then all of a sudden, the whole place begins to rumble, and you see faces and hands, and like reality begins to distort around you guys. You guys see waves starting to like emanate, and the room you're in begins to collapse.
Fellas, that was wonderful. Let's go.
Let's run through that. Let's run through
just
that.
goes,
Yeah.
and begins to run. All right, so dramatic run. There are chase rules in Doctor Who. You guys are basically outrunning death.
Oh.
So,
Yay!
no problems, no problems. So, it's not behind you that's what you're running from. It's as you're running.
Yeah.
Remember those, what are they called again? We brought it up at the beginning of the episode.
Ken Shabby.
No. Something that's the opposite of a cave.
Oh,
Oh, that's what it was.
That knowledge totally came in handy.
Lots of
I made a
holes
note.
beginning to open up.
Oh no.
Lots of holes opening up. So, you guys are running down this corridor straight to your destination. As you guys are running in slow, I picture like slow motion kind of thing. These holes are opening up. You're here, yes, totally. You guys see all these tunnels are opening up. You can hear the screeches of other animals, other creatures, other sad, pathetic creatures that have gotten stuck in this thing as this reality monster is probably stuck in the middle of digesting them. As y'all are running down, I need everyone to make this is gonna be a coordination athletics. Because your run speed is not the problem. You've got an advantage on the run speed since you're running downhill.
So,
Okay. Can we use run for your life as a factor
Yes.
too? Okay.
It just increases our speed though. It doesn't add. Does it add to the roll?
+1 to speed while fleeing.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys, this is, if you can just not fall in a hole, you'll make it. This is to not fall in the holes. So tell me, go ahead and tell me what you guys got.
I got a 15.
so did I.
TARDIS.
13.
Okay, what'd you get, Amy?
17. Coordination athletics.
You guys did great.
15, 15, 17, 13.
Great.
You guys did great.
Oh. Rococo.
You guys are running and running and running, and as you guys leap up over, you see one of these holes open up. You leap over it, and you see the destination is in sight. Just a few, maybe another 70 feet, and you can make it. You're at full run. Go, go, go! As this tunnel's beginning to close up behind you, and all of these other holes are opening above you. You see a tentacle come out for a second and is immediately severed as the wall closes. It falls. Rococo jumps over the tentacle as a hole opens up beneath them. And when it opens up, immediately, as you guys are running, you feel your ears pop instantly. As all of a sudden, air is being sucked right backwards. I need everyone to make a strength and athletics check to grab a hold of something.
Oh Jesus. 7? Yeah.
9.
9.
Oh shit!
Can I
What'd you get?
spend a
My
story
rolls showed
point
up like
to
crazy.
Your rolls are shooting up.
I just got 2 5s, thank God. I've got 16 athletic strength, right?
Okay, so 9. Okay, who got 9s? And what'd you get?
Then I got 9.
You got a 10?
I got 9, right?
I don't know. Did you get a 9 or a 10? I don't remember your roll.
9.
9.
Sorry.
And you got 9. You got a 9?
7.
7.
Yes.
You guys go flying backwards. Rather unexpected, but essentially it doesn't take a lot of imagination to realize what probably just happened. And you don't get much of a chance to save Rococo. Their roll was terrible. You hear the echoed screams as they try to grab hold of something desperately clawing. No, no, no! And then out into the vacuum of deep space. You guys are flying backwards. You hear the echoed screams, and then it just cuts off as they enter the vacuum, and sound is just devoured by the emptiness. Again, the pressurization has caused your ears to pop. I need. I'm gonna have you guys make one more roll before you go out the door. If you got a story point, I would advise this is an excellent time.
Yes.
I have one.
All right.
Excellent time to use a story point.
Same strength and athletics.
Yes. No. I'm sorry. Make this a strength coordination.
And add story points?
I'm sorry. A coordination plus athletics. Coordination plus athletics. Yes.
All right.
And add.
2 extra die. Do we just roll twice?
No, you're okay.
Oh.
You rolled high enough. You managed to grab a hold of something because you rolled really well.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I have a 16.
Okay.
I have a 13.
But I did not add a story point yet.
Then I would say just don't.
Okay.
I'll let you retroactively. I'm really chill about it, so
Okay.
don't. Okay. What's
Can
up?
I burn a story point to notice that Rocococo dropped the
Yeah.
map and
Yes,
go
you
grab
can.
it?
That's
Yes, you
so
can.
good. Oh.
Burn a story point. As you guys grab hold of the tunnel, you notice the tunnel has begun to close up again, so you just have to hold on for a few more seconds, but it's going to cost you time as this tunnel is beginning to close. You see your friends are behind you.
What can I do to help?
It's up to them. They're in one of those moments where you're just, all you can do is, you can do it, like, come on. If you go back to help them, you're in the same position, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, there is a way that you can spend story points to help with that.
I can only give you story points, though, right?
Let me just get to
Which
Duncan.
I'll happily do.
Duncan, you, as that thing's closing up, you're grabbing on. You manage to grab onto what looks like a bizarre vine that's kind of sprouted up on the ground. It looks like it's half made out of plant, half made out of metal, and you snatch it out of the air. They must have dropped it right when the suction happened, but there was the device flying through the air. You managed to grab hold of it just as it's flying past your head. And you see the tunnels are becoming, this tunnel that you're in, it's closing up behind you. You've got a shot. So you guys have all gripped onto it. It's one more, this is for the money. So like the hole behind you is going to close up. So I need you guys to make one more, this is going to be one more coordination athletics roll.
Everybody?
Yeah. And this is to see if you get to the end of the tunnel, because the tunnel.
Story point.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're burning them.
I
burning 'em.
don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not dying now.
Okay, cool.
I got an 11 without burning story points.
I got an 11 without burning story.
I would definitely burn the story point.
I'm going to burn story points. So what does that do?
Add 2 more dice to it.
Okay.
I'll let you have it.
I'm gonna burn one too, just in case.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
So that's 23 total.
Okay.
17.
Okay, now we're talking.
I got double Titus's.
Nice.
You guys are burning those story points. But I'm glad we're putting them to use, because they're for situations just like this.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I did because I got a 3 on my first roll.
Yeesh.
Okay.
Which would have given me 10, so I'm adding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm adding 11 more. 21.
I
Yes.
got a 19.
You guys make it to the end of the tunnel. In a moment that it looks like everything is coming to an end, there's a wave of dizziness that passes over all of you as pressurization seems to find its way back into the tunnel. But there's a moment where your breath, it's like, you don't even know how oxygen gets into this place in the first place. As a lot of it just went out into space, you're not sure how you're finding it, but you managed to, gasping for breath, you all managed to pull yourselves up and find the willpower to press forward and jump over these holes that are peeling all around you. You get to the bottom of this platform, and you all just kind of like, I picture it like Goonies, everyone's kind of flying out of this hole. You guys tumble into a heap onto the floor, and you hit stable footing. And now for the first time, you're able to hear this thing clearly, whatever it is you're inside, screeching as it's dying.
It's in pain.
Yes, it's in horrible pain.
Hey.
Amy, you're aware suddenly that you're able to feel its pain. You feel an entity of pure malevolence that's in its death throes right now. This thing is a devourer, whatever it is. But you know that if you use your sonic screwdriver, you can probably figure out, and then it clicks.
I know who I am.
And Duncan, you realize you were in the UK a few minutes ago. All of your memories suddenly restore. And Amy, as you stand up, you just suddenly, and then you realize exactly what's caused this thing to actualize. And all of you at the same moment, you kind of turn, and there in front of you is a very large, very pristine looking blue box. It has the words police box written across the top.
Hoorah.
And on the front door, you see dial, and it has the whole instructions unit, and it's just there, just sitting there. It's for you, Duncan. It's like those haven't been in service since like the 40s. Like what the hell? Like what the hell is that doing here?
And how did it get in here?
Oh, and you see it all. Everything
seen
begins
everything.
to crystallize.
I've
Yeah,
seen it all.
you see. And Amy, the moment you notice it, you suddenly have this flood, memory slamming into your brain. You remember you were at the controls. You were at the controls, and you were, oh my God, Gallifrey. Did you save Gallifrey? You suddenly having this surge of anxiety. You were with the others the others
We're
like
doing
you.
the calculations.
There was a huge event. The TARDISes all coming together to save Gallifrey. You remember, you were with, there was a Clara, and there was the other you. And what happened? You remember seeing all of them. You remember talking to the War Council of Gallifrey. The Daleks were firing on the entire surface. The idea you were going to freeze Gallifrey in a moment of time.
What's happened? Did we do it?
You have no idea what's happened. And that's when you realize, oh my God, I'm a woman.
Well, this is new.
You
There
realize
it is. We're home, though.
You realize this gray suit that you've been wearing with the bow tie doesn't quite fit the way it used to, but the glasses seem to still be working. Not quite sure if you want to scream that wonderful, delightful French phrase you used to scream all the time. Doesn't quite fit on the tongue as much as it used to be anymore. But there you go.
Allons-y.
When she says that, you see this door, this police box go, and it slides open, and the whole place begins to crumble around you guys.
Let's go inside.
Sorry.
You run inside Amy, and you realize, there. And there's your sonic screwdriver is just laying right there on one of the consoles. You see the 10th Doctor's, there it is. The consoles, just as you left it, this big, you guys run inside of a police box, and anybody want to say it?
It's
What the
bigger
hell?
on the inside.
Bigger on the inside.
Everyone says that.
Outside, you guys see this whole place beginning to crumble and fall apart as the door of the TARDIS slams closed behind you. And you guys are all kind of lurching on this catwalk suddenly. I mean, you guys are actually taking this pretty well considering you just ran into what was supposed to be a small box. But after everything you've seen, okay.
Welcome to the TARDIS.
You rush over to the controls. She's waiting for you. Go ahead and make you have Vortex, I believe, is one of your advantages. So go ahead, and I'm going to make you make a Ingenuity plus Science, Transport roll. What's your Transport?
My transport is 4.
Cool, and you've got the Vortex. I would say go ahead and roll. The TARDIS is talking to you, so go ahead and see what she has to say.
Sorry, Out of character.
Amy's having a moment. She's the doctor. Amy is the doctor. Yay.
Love it.
Yay.
It's about damn time.
Okay, so it's transport and just transport?
It's going to be Ingenuity and Transport.
Ingenuity and transport.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's 13.
Oh, Amy, don't roll yet. I have something for you. It's a TARDIS dice tower. You are going to roll using our TARDIS dice tower. There you go.
That is a good-looking piece of gaming
Now
equipment.
you
if I
have a
do say
TARDIS.
So
Yeah.
myself.
All right. So
It says
pull off
it's
the
bigger
top.
on the inside on the top.
That top pops off. And just drop the dice down in there.
Alright.
Through the top.
13 plus
Plus
the exact roll that I just rolled. 3. 16.
16. The TARDIS has no idea where you are.
No, what?
The TARDIS has no idea what star systems are nearby. It doesn't seem to recognize anything about this particular piece of the universe. But what's up? Raising your hand.
You are the doctor.
Yes.
I point my rifle at her. You are now a prisoner of the Sontaran Empire. Take me to Sontar.
Yes. Okay.
Like third librarian. This is not the moment.
Right. Perhaps this is. You are the doctor. You are now a prisoner of the Sontaran
Down
Empire.
and wait over there. We've got to get out of here to save all of our lives.
If you want to make a quick, Amy, make a presence plus convince roll.
Okay.
And Darren, if you would like to make a presence plus, actually it would be a awareness plus convince roll. And tell me what you guys get. It's contested. Tell each other what you get.
17.
11.
She has a point.
Do I remember his name now at this point? Too?
No, but Duncan, you know your name. You were literally just an English guy who should not be. You are literally just.
I'm just some guy.
You are a dude. The last thing you remember was having a few pints, and you were on your way home.
Wait.
What the hell? That's it.
Let me see the map thing, and I take
Okay.
it from him. Where do I point this to show where I want it to go?
It doesn't seem to compute anything. In fact, all it's showing you is that the thing is falling apart.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you 2 rounds to punch in something and go, because this place is about to crumble around you.
I'm standing in a corner with my gun.
You can look for a corner. Damn room is cylindrical, so you're like,
I'm looking. I'm just going to keep
okay,
keep
you just
going.
start walking in circles. All right, so what are you
Told
going
me
to
to
do?
stand in a corner.
Do you remember your name? I'm so sorry. I'm terribly rude.
Yeah.
I'm the doctor.
I'm Cillian.
Cillian.
Cillian Rail.
Lovely to meet you, Cillian Ray.
Yeah. Likewise.
How do you spell that?
You're like Cillian Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually Killian, but I'm
What's the last name though?
All right.
Rail.
Great.
Amy, all you got to do
Cillian
is
Rail.
punch it.
Love
It's a blind jump, but it's punch it.
All right.
There's a
Let's
lever.
see what happens.
You just grab the lever, slam it down, and you hear that sweet, familiar grinding, wheezing sound of the TARDIS powering up. That whole thing that we can never imitate with our mouths. And the
What
TARDIS.
about that thing right
This
there?
thing. Oh yeah, does it? Oh, there's no batteries. It totally would have worked. Totally would have worked.
Well, when it is working, we'll go back in time, put batteries in it, so it will
Yes.
be working at
So
this
if you're
point.
watching and the TARDIS fades from view as this reality-devouring monster goes, folds in on itself and blinks out of existence. And that is where we'll leave off. For this
That
episode.
was well done, Mr. Campbell.
That
Well
is where we leave
done.
off. Thank you. Yay. Doctor! This'll do for now. If you guys, hey, Sax, we have art, don't we, of Amy? Yeah, let's show it. Oh, have you?
Yeah, we stuck it in there. There we go. You can't see that.
You guys can't see it, but it's
I believe it
phenomenal.
exists, though.
Come in here so you can hear me over this camera. That is Matt Olson who did that art. And
Matt
Oh
Olson.
yeah, love that guy.
Amazing.
Go to Matt Olson's DeviantArt and you can see more of his incredible work. And he also designed a custom sonic screwdriver.
Yes.
Which will actually be made and
We are-
available for. I mean, it's not a real sonic. They're not going to make a sonic screwdriver. They're going to make a prop.
No, real. I demand real Sonic.
I want my
screwdriver.
money back.
By the way, chat has been loving this. I apologize.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Oh no.
And they love all of you and Dr. Amy, or Amy the Doctor. They're
Amy the
enjoying,
Doctor.
So,
Yay.
I'm not worthy.
And Darren, we won't catch you next time. We'll
No.
catch you whenever we can catch you.
Whenever we can.
Our son Taran Velig will make his home here on the TARDIS as you guys. When we come back next episode, the Doctor and her new companions are going to have to figure out what universe you're in and what the hell happened to Gallifrey and how it is you regenerated, how that happened,
And do we know
what
what
does it
race
mean?
Bill is? We have not even discovered that race.
Not yet. We're going to get to that.
We've got
So we're gonna
5
go ahead-
minutes to discover it.
Yes.
What race are you?
What race
Tell us
are
about
you?
yourself, Uncle Bill.
Well, I'm a member of a race called the Uchlu.
Oh my God.
Hold on. How do you spell it?
Well, no, I'm making it up. I'm totally
Yes,
making
for
it up.
anybody who hasn't noticed, Darren actually brought his copy of the Doctor Who encyclopedia because Darren is an old school Tom Baker Doctor Who fan
Yes.
and has been a huge fan of the show for a long time.
And we'll get into this as the game goes along. But basically, as a culture, our mandate is to go out and explore everything we can before everything goes pop.
So you are going to get along with the Doctor just fine.
Yeah.
Let's see all of it.
Yay.
Yeah.
And you're just here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm an out-of-work electrician.
You might come in handy yet, though, lad.
Oh my God, Duncan. I am happy to say Duncan will be returning.
Yeah, I'm very happy for that.
Our out-of-work electrician, Duncan, is now officially part of the family. Welcome, Duncan. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Well
Thank you.
played.
It's been
Darren,
fun.
thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Oh,
spacing
thank
it
you
in.
for having me. I'm so
So
sorry.
good.
Days are really impossible, and now I'm doing some animated stuff that are always on Friday, so it's going to be tough. It's good for me, but I'll let you know.
The
if
TARDIS
we
will be
can.
waiting for you as soon as you're available.
Yes.
We would love to see Velig return.
Oh,
'cause he is
absolutely.
amazing.
Well, you told me there was a
There's
thing
a no guns
that we
policy
talked
we're gonna
about
have to
that,
talk about.
that
Yep.
may happen.
That may happen. Yes.
Good. That would
Yes,
be
indeed.
something we have to make happen.
Yes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for tuning into the very first episode, and we'll see you next Friday for some more Doctor Who.
Yay!
It's over.